1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focus, fueled, fearless, Farah.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Coogan Nation, time to rise and shine and start your day with Duval Sports Media Big Steppers. Dan Hicken.
You know it!
Jeff Proctor.
It's a big deal.
Gosh, it sure is a big deal.
And E to the T.
E.T. is in the booth.
Rise and shine! Googans, go time on a Thursday morning, and it's time to eat, baby. Golfers take the course here in, about an hour and a half. I think the first tee times now with the time just changing and the sun rising. I believe it's 7:30 out here at the beach. I think 7:42, they'll be going off the 10th tee. Just a quick primer. Buddy, we're in the age of information. You don't need your radio host, reading off tee times to you. But it looks like if you're coming out in the morning and you want to see the big boys, then the best place to head would be 10T, where at 8:30, you got Batia, Koepka, and Finau. At 8:40, you've got Morikawa, Oberg, and Siwoo Kim. And then at 8:52, Scotty Scheffler, Tommy Fleetwood, Justin Thomas. And, oh, by the way, Victor Hovland, Russell Henley followed them up. So it looks, if there's a hot spot this morning, it would be between 8:30 and 8:50, where you'll get Scheffler and Fleetwood and Morikawa and Oberg and Batia, last week's winner. And it'll be interesting to see today. And I like where we're set up for this. Good morning, E.T.
South by say, Jeffrey.
We're set up by the trucks on 10, which is just down the 10 cart path as you leave the tee. I'll be interested to see we haven't seen up front and in personal the reaction to Brooks Koepka, who left the PGA Tour, a polarizing figure, but a fan favorite. And ate some humble pie in returning. He's working his way back onto the tour. He had his best finish his last time out. But he goes off the 10T at, what did I say here? 8:28. And so I'll be interested to see the crowd reaction. His first T-ball here at the Players, his first time back. By the way, we were talking about the numbers on Brooks Koepka yesterday. And the troubles he's had on the par 3 17th. Whew, I'm gonna emphasize that even more a little bit later this hour as we continue to talk golf. The winds are just a little bit brisker, but there were reports earlier in the week they might get up into the 20s and 30s on this opening round Thursday. That's not going to happen. If there's any problem today, and it looks like there will be, it'll be in the afternoon. There's a wave of thunderstorms going to blow through just for a couple hours. But that, if you're in town, that 1 to 3:30 kind of time frame, and if you're out here at the beach, it looks like about 2 to 4. They could run into some weather issues for sure. The morning be the best time to be out here today. So what do you know? We're the drill, live on location. Winds don't look like they're going to be a factor, and I've even looked at the forecast the next couple of days. We're going to have, for the most part, beautiful weather on a beautiful golf course. And except for a little storm blowing through this afternoon, it looks like it's going to be, for the most part, crystal clear. The big news yesterday, really, when it comes to the PGA Tour was, kind of the State of the Union from the new, they don't call him the commissioner. Shame on me. He's the CEO. Wait, what is he? Brian Rolap. If you are into the business of the PGA Tour, again, I'll send you to Google or Chat GPT. There are so many business levels to what they talked about yesterday. There are going to be some schedule changes coming, and that'll be relevant as we go down the road. But as we sit here with the best golf tournament in the world in front of us, that's the golf story that overwhelms me. I got one overriding opinion on the business of golf and professional golf, and it's genuine and it's emphatic. This modern golfer's greed just blew up the tour and its model, and what the PGA Tour was designed to be and what it did in a lot of different areas, charity and otherwise. They're not going to be able to do, because golfers got to make their $30 million a year, and it's gross. And honest to goodness, if I ran the golf world, guess what? $10 million a year is all you can make. Go get the rest in endorsements. Go start a YouTube channel. But it is now just this overbearing corporate business of sports that is now what the PGA Tour, I believe, is going to be. And they'll try and do it as altruistically as they can. I don't mean to step on any toes. And part of it is just watching how the game has grown and changed. But the biggest discord in the golf world started with the split, which was dominated entirely and completely by greed, and now it's trickled down through them all. Where guys who play the best golf courses in the world and make a couple $1 million a year complain that they don't make enough now, that they don't get enough opportunity. It's ridiculous, man. I got NFL players busting their freaking hump and sacrificing their body for the way more viable sport, making $1.8 million. And I got a golfer walking these beautiful, lush fairways week after week, playing their professional sport and making 30 times that. Yeah, no. Anywho, I digress. So I said I'm not going to get into all that. If you want to get into all the business and the aspect and form your opinion, just knock yourself out. My overriding opinion is that the greed that overtook and infected golf is gross. And my belief, and look, to each his own. I don't think golfers deserve the kind of cash they're pulling in. I just don't. But it doesn't mean that I don't enjoy watching the PGA Tour every week. It's one of my favorite watches. And when it comes to a favorite watch in the world of golf, the players that have to be high on the list, no matter where you are. All right, here's an update on what's been going on with the Jags in free agency. Okay, we're back. I say this because I see James Gladstone is having a press conference later today. I've been doing this a long time. The press conferences come when you pretty much are done, don't they? I mean, if James Gladstone has a press conference today, are they going to be super active in free agency in the next few days? Jags did make a move yesterday. It's an honor to me. It's just a piece in the running back room. It is in no way, shape, or form going to be a replacement for Travis Etienne. They signed Chris Rodriguez from the Washington Commanders. He's got about 1,000 yards rushing in 3 seasons. He did have 500, I believe, this past year. He's worked with Liam Cohen at the University of Kentucky, but it's just another sign that this is there's a load on Bashal Tutin's back, and it's an important offseason for Bashal Tutin, and we're going to see what the scouting chops were this time last year when they chose Tutin. Among a running back class that produced a lot of rookie backs that at the very least flashed last year. And Tutin, I think it's fair to say, quote unquote, flashed. But the signing of Chris Rodriguez means any big name back, any rumor, it started with like the Kenneth Walkers of the world, is not the direction that the Jags are going. And quite frankly, it didn't feel like Liam Cohen is going to ever lean on the running game, because there were situations over the course of the year where leaning on the running game was kind of it felt the no-brainer look in front of you, and they didn't go in that direction. They won 13 games. I'm not here to quibble about the coaching acumen, but it doesn't seem like running back is going to be a position that they invest real heavily in here in Jacksonville, based on how Liam Cohen is coaching and based on where James Gladstone came from and what the overall view of the running back position seems to be around the league. And that is, you can regenerate it through the draft. Throw yourself a 3rd, 4th round running back every couple of years, and if need be and the fit is perfect, grab one even higher, so be it. But they're not going to bog down their salary cap at that position. I think if there was one, and so I'll say this, and we're going to talk more about the Jags on the other side. It's easy to be cynical, as my Jags free agent update was. But I'm not going to let my cynicism become criticism. I got to see what they're doing here, what the plan is. You feel me? Look, the phrase is, you know, James Gladstone's got to cook. You know, let so and so cook. Maybe the answer right now where we are is let James Gladstone simmer. We won 13 games last year. There's a big belief down in that building about the huge core of players that are returning. And yeah, there are a couple that aren't, but Buddy, an ascending quarterback, two still young and promising edge rushers, one of the NFL's leading tacklers at linebacker, a hopeful future all-star at one corner and a rising ascending player at the other. The Jags don't need to be out there firing off tens of millions of dollars in free agency. That's the message I'm getting. We like who we got. We're going to fine-tune. We're going to try. Because, by the way, it's going to be a simmering offseason. Free agency has pretty much come and gone. There's not many names out there that are going to grab you. And we don't have a first-round pick. The first pick the Jags even have is, 58. So the belief that it seems they're shouting to me in this core group is the message that I'm taking from what is going to be a very, very quiet offseason when it comes to additions. It just is. It won't be like that every offseason. You know, there's an old phrase that your biggest improvement comes game 1 to game 2. Or we heard Dennis Gardeck talk about this when he met the media in re-signing with the Jags. Also, season 1 to season 2. Right? When you come in, and now look, we didn't see that with Peterson, right? He came in year 1, they went to the playoffs, and they just steadily, got worse. I think we all agree that's not the sense we get about this Jaguars team. And a lot of that confidence is based on a verifiable turning of the corner by the quarterback. But outside the running back position, which is in flux, we got 3 really good receivers. We got 4 really good corners. We got a quarterback on the rise. We got a tight end who may emerge into a perennial Pro Bowler. We got a good team. And so if we don't have a free agent list here of, 10 guys, I'm not sweating it. I'm going to let James Gladstone simmer. We'll see ultimately what that cooks up. Can I just share this as a Gator basketball fan? Because I've been in that position as Gator basketball fan, as many fans are, and there are a bunch of you out there, college basketball fans of your school, of your team, that are sitting so nervous right now in the bubble. You're watching, this team can't win. We got to win this. And I'm not talking about the March Madness that comes with, the Southern Conference winner or McNeese State advancing. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about these big brand name schools, and there are about, 8 of them that are shuffling around playing musical chairs for those final 5 seats. A lot was made about Auburn and their worthiness as an at-large team, and at one point it was almost positioned against Miami of Ohio, which was always, to my end, a ridiculous argument. Miami of Ohio was 1,000 times more deserving of NCAA tournament spot than Auburn, but Auburn does own that what many people are calling maybe one of the best wins in the country. They went into Gainesville in a time, by the way, where Florida's won about everything else. And they won in Gainesville. It was a big win for them, one of 4 or 5 quad wins. And the point being, Auburn had to beat Mississippi State in the SEC tournament yesterday. They did. And there are schools like Auburn in other leagues. Like going into last night, Indiana was one of the last ones in. Auburn was one of the first ones out. And then Indiana lost their Big Ten game. I believe Northwestern beat them. Auburn wins, and that flip-flop. So there's a lot of that going on. And I'm just here to tell you I don't miss it. I don't miss it one bit. I'm happy to sit here and wait on the Gators to open their conference tournament play tomorrow. They get the Kentucky. Is it the Kentucky-Missouri winner? I believe that's who it is next. So either way, whoever Florida plays, if they avoid, Missouri or Auburn, those are the only 2 they lost in the league. What a year it's been for Todd Golden. Another nice win for the FSU basketball team last night. They're now 18-14. Still not showing up on, any kind of bubble watch. had such a dreadfully slow start, but man, we talked about it yesterday. They'd won 6 of the last 7 going into the ACC tournament. Beat Cal last night. They advance, and they'll take their shot. They play Duke. We will go through kind of the conference tournament schedule. Miami opens today, Florida tomorrow, FSU survives and advances. UCF, on the bubble and could have been on the wrong side if they had lost their Big 12 conference tournament opener, but I saw they beat Cincinnati yesterday. That's a nice win for UCF. So we'll follow some college basketball as we bounce our way into Selection Sunday. What a fun day Sunday is, man. You got the final round of the players here, and you got Selection Sunday in March Madness. We're just getting up and going. We got another fun day planned for you. We'll have a bird's eye view here as the wave of golfers that go off 10T get their rounds started as we broadcast live from Trucks on 10 and ready to get trucking on this golf tournament. Again, the winds a little stiffer today. They may get up to about 15 miles an hour, which is, can have an effect. But when it comes to today's preps, look for an afternoon storm to blow through. Not a crippling shutdown the rest of the day, but one of those little 2-hour jobs that's probably going to put at least some sort of delay. So we might be off track just a little bit when we return tomorrow morning. But for now, clear skies and open fairway, and the best in the world hit the TPC Stadium course in about an hour and a half. We'll take our first time out. Oh, by the way, we did make the bait bet. Captain Kevin and I now. It's a yearly tradition, and I'll let you know how we shook out our picks when it comes to that as we move through this morning as well. Of course, Captain Kev joins us Friday mornings, and they'll have the fishing report for you tonight. Anyway, we take our first time out. We're live at the Players, just where you'd expect us to be. You're listening to The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. From the opening tee shot to the final putt on 18, track your favorite golfers and get live Southeast Orthopedic Specialist leaderboard updates. Teed up by
Capital Glass and Shower Doors,
Taco Lou,
and Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors.
Welcome to Key Buick GMC, proudly family-owned and operated since 1943. Come see why they're North Florida's new and pre-owned truck center, conveniently located on Southside and JTB, just minutes from the St. John's Town Center. At Key Buick GMC, every new vehicle comes with our lifetime powertrain warranty. Key Buick GMC, we are professional grade. Online at KeyBuickGMC.com. Lifetime powertrain warranty covers engine, transmission, drivetrain only. Exclusions apply. See dealer for details.
Think your season's over? Let's turn your off-season back on. Hoops is heating up on Hard Rock Bet, Florida's only legal way to bet the NBA. So you can bet on teams, star players, and more. With games practically every day, there's always something to parlay. Roll with Hard Rock Bet all NBA season. New users get paid double winnings on your first 10 bets.
Max bet of $50 per bet. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
To catch more fish, you gotta think like a fish. Captain Kevin and the Ring Power Fishing Forecast Show. Reeled in by the Pest Pros at Royal Pest Services. And Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
Thursday nights at 6
on 1010XL AM.
Don't miss the music of ELO, the orchestra, with former members of Electric Light Orchestra. Catch all the hits March 18th at Florida Theater. The orchestra. Get tickets now at floridatheater.com.
Leon Serza here, your lemon pepper guy. You know Wingstop always delivers. And I'm not talking about their cook-to-order, hand-sauced and tossed chicken sandwich in your choice of 12 mouth-watering flavors. I'm not talking about the house-made ranch. So good, nobody will blame you if you double dip. I'm talking about Wingstop that delivers straight to your door. And did you know they're open until 1 a.m.? So visit wingstop.com or use the app to get flavors delivered right to your door, late night, only at Wingstop.
Can't stop. Wingstop.
The Players Championship returns to TPC Sawgrass March 10th through 15th. Experience golf's most iconic stage with enhanced food and beverage offerings, interactive fan attractions, and an atmosphere built for every type of fan. See the best players in the world, including world number 1 Scotty Scheffler, 2025 champion Rory McIlroy, and fan favorite Brooks Koepka take on the legendary Stadium Course and the famous Island Green. Tickets available at theplayers.com.
What does your dream backyard look like? The team at CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living can design an outdoor kitchen layout custom built to your taste and lifestyle. You dream it, they can build it. At CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living, CSSOutdoor.com.
Have you got concrete or asphalt rubble piling up? Arcosa Crushed Concrete will pay you for it and recycle it. They're just minutes from Everbank Stadium on Talleyrand. Call Arcosa Crushed Concrete and get paid for what you don't need. ArcosaCrushedConcrete.com.
Tara Lagaman for Local Fair Jacks is our go-to for local produce, eggs, and meat. You pick exactly what you want each week online, straight from local farmers. And knowing where your food comes from matters. Visit localfairjacks.com.
Hey, Jacksonville DDH. Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here with the scoop from Dreamfinders Homes, your national builder of the year. We've got first-year interest rates as low as 2.99% in homes in 20-plus communities throughout Northeast Florida. If you're house hunting, make sure your first pick Dreamfinders Homes, the proud official home builder of the PGA Tour, the Florida Gators, and your Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit dfhsalesevent.com today and tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
It's fun leading up. We all like Military Appreciation Day and the concert. Tuesdays become such a big day. By the way, E.T., I hung out on a special evening with our boy last night.
Yeah, how was it?
Yeah, it was awesome.
Of course.
Our buddy Keith Catlin, he was disappointed. He missed the birthday shout-out. He heard a couple of teases, right? He kind of teased it early in the show, and then we did it at 9. You should cut that for
Yeah,
us.
I'm going to cut it and send it to him.
When we did the big one at 9. So he was a little down in the mouth when I first saw him last night. He's giving me the business a little bit.
Like you didn't do it or something.
It was a milestone birthday, though, for our guy.
Big Fitty, huh?
Huh? Yeah.
Fitty.
Yeah, Fitty. Time for a Fitty spot, buddy. Move it up to the white tees. No, he won't do that. But yeah, we had a good time and another belated happy birthday. Saw a lot of nice people last night. It was a beautiful evening, and so happy to have been a part of that. But I digress. As I was saying, it's fun to get out here and maybe a little bit less crowds and see the golf course for the practice rounds. But it all changes, man. It ratchets up. We got real golf now today. Real golf. So looking forward to the golfers hitting the first tee, or 10 tee as it were. 7:42 the first tee times today. And again, I'll just say it as you're driving in. It looks like 10 tee about 8:30. You got 3 tee times in a row with 9 of the bigger names that'll be going off in the morning wave. So there is that. My girl's back, E.T. Did you see this one?
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she did it. She did it in my homeland of San Juan, Puerto Rico.
Oh, yeah.
With 90 seconds left in the first quarter, she's now on Team USA. Caitlin Clark rattled in a 3, and it was her first bucket of the night and her first in 8 months. You'll remember Clark went down with injury last year. The WNBA ratings tanked in the process, but nonetheless, there's the momentum for the league continues. And let's not forget what drove all that. That was Caitlin Clark, and man, playing for the first time since July. 17 points, went 4 of 5 shooting, all 3-pointers, also had 12 assists in just 19 minutes as they eased her back into lineup. She was in the first wave of subs. I thought I was going to be anxious. I was just excited, been preparing for a long time. Nothing like getting to run around out there, having fun, especially with a group of people as talented as these girls. Came to me pretty quick. Last year, first she had a groin injury, then a bone bruise. They completely shut her down in September. She hadn't played since July. participated in Team USA's camp in December, feels 100% now, and it quickly found her shooting stroke. She's not been a good shooter in the WNBA, ET. She's been a magnet.
Yeah.
She's been a fan favorite. She's been a draw. She's been a good player. She's been an all-star. She's been a scorer. But she has shot it from three like she plays for the Florida Gators. So I think of anything you saw yesterday in her return would have been going 4 for 5 from three. By the way, a couple of the other younger names that the WNBA is going to try and ride along with Caitlin Clark, obviously Angel Reese. Reese had 6 points, 8 rebounds, 17 minutes. She was a starter yesterday. Paige Beckers, who had a terrific year last year in Caitlin Clark's absence, also made her national team debut. She had 9 points, 4 rebounds in 14 minutes. So there is your monthly quote of women's basketball. Enjoy it. My girl's back. CC is back. I was looking at a mock draft for the NBA because I was curious where Tommy Houck is. I learned something yesterday fascinating. ET, you're not going to believe this.
Talk to me.
I hope Dan hasn't left yet because he probably has left. I should wait. I'm going to wait. I learned something about a Gator basketball player that shocked me that I had no idea. But it's not fair to the 6:30. It's not fair to you 6 o'clockers. We'll just revisit it if we have to. Tommy Houck, ET?
Yeah.
23 years old, bro.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like one of the oldest players. He's a sophomore. So you wonder why, he plays like with this confidence and swagger because he's still got that boyish face. The Tommy Houck is a grown man. Older than Condon and Boogie and Chinyalu and but significantly older than all of them. So when it comes time for the draft, I think you might consider that, right? Tommy Houck can get a pretty penny on an NIL deal. Promise you that. But, if you're going to be in the top half of the first round, you're probably leaving even if you had an NIL. But it would be one more reason for these to be the final college basketball games of Tommy Houck. And can he have this kind of Cinderella carry him scenario that Walter Clayton enjoyed last year at this time? I don't know. We shall see. So I went into the mock draft really kind of seeing where Houck fell. And I'm also wondering, if you haven't noticed, how well Alex Condon has been playing lately, if he is getting any traction of getting back to the bottom of the first round. So it has ended up being a terrific draft class. The mock draft I'm looking at, boy, I wouldn't go this direction. They're going DNP, Darren Peterson of Kansas, the fantastic freshman there. Good numbers, great skill, but man, availability would have to be a question with all the sitting out he's done. AJ DeBonsa, who is, by the way, tearing up the Big 12 tournament. He had he was at a 40-point game as a freshman in his first one. He had another, I think, 30 points in a win over West Virginia yesterday. Cameron Boozer sits there at number 3. It is a top-heavy, solid, strong draft. Let's go down and let's see where Tommy Houck shows up. Boy, I'm seeing in the top 8, 7 freshmen. That's how good this freshman class, and top 9, 8 freshmen. There's Ament from Tennessee. 9 out of 10 freshmen in college basketball. We'll get into Braden Burries, rather, of Arizona. All right, finally, a non-college player, an international at 11. Still no Tommy Houck. Here, the San Antonio Spurs, Thomas Houck, Florida. Boy, he has stepped it up. First team All-SEC. Projects as a bankable player, right? He's very versatile. 17.6 rebounds, 2 assists. He moved out to the wing this year, and it has been seamless. And like I said, at the age of 23, I would just suspect there wouldn't be much thought of entertaining coming back if you're going to be, in this case, a top 12 pick. All right, let's just go down the this is, by the way, from ESPN. Continuing to go down on ESPN's mock draft. Just curious if Alex Condon has played his way back into the conversation. Scrolling down, I'm down to 26. Still no Condon. Knicks pick 27, no. 28, no. 29, no. And 30, no Alex Condon yet, which, I mean, in a perfect world, Boogie comes back. Condon comes back with an NIL deal. Chinyulu comes back. Chinyulu, by the way, should look to Charles Bediako at Alabama and tell himself, I'm not going to do that. Don't leave, not make the NBA, pitter around the G League, and wish you would have taken a $3.5 million NIL and stayed at Florida. I think the prospects of Chinyulu returning are real. He's not going to get drafted. He will definitely make more money in 1 year, and who knows, continue to develop, as it were. Again, college basketball last night, conference tournaments. FSU a winner, so they stay hot. They're up to 18-14. They got to play Duke today. All right, I'm going to come back on the other side with some Jaguars free agency thoughts as James Gladstone has scheduled a press conference today, why that stands out, and more when we return. And the one thing that I would have done different, again, let James Gladstone simmer. We'll see what the plan is. You want 13 out the gates. You ain't got to get a whole lot better. You got to fine-tune. You got to look for some natural improvement. Those issues and more when we return. We're live at the Players.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Get Florida Gators play-by-play on 1010XL.
It's a weekend of spring baseball in the swamp. 23rd ranked Florida and South Carolina. Friday and Saturday night and Sunday at 1 on 1010 AM.
Mike Dempsey here for Big Number 1 Duval Ford. Did you know that Duval Ford offers a mobile service that comes to you at home or at work? Get oil changes, filters, battery replacement, recalls, and more with no extra fees. Same dealership quality delivered. Easy online scheduling with live technician tracking. Also available for fleets and commercial. On-site service at your convenience. Contactless payments and paperless invoicing. Serving Jacksonville and surrounding areas, Duval Ford. Schedule your next service at DuvalFord.com.
Streaming live from the XL Digital Studios. Polished by Harbor Dental Care, the locally owned smile restoration experts.
Homeowners, you taking a look at your lawn yet? Let me guess, you're looking at your lawn wondering what to do after a historically cold season. Well, if you want your lawn to bounce back quick, you gotta call topdressing.com. Nobody else can do what they do. Their proprietary process. I've never seen anything like it, and neither will your neighbors. They will have your lawn looking like a golf course. Nobody else can do it. They're no secret now, so get ahead of it. Call for a free estimate. Be the envy of your neighbors. Top dress your lawn like the pros with topdressing.com.
Firehouse Subs is adding a new heavy hitter to the roster, the Chicken and Cheddar Rancher. Grilled chicken, melted cheddar, crispy bacon stacked high with fresh toppings, creamy buttermilk ranch. The Chicken and Cheddar Rancher, only at Firehouse Subs.
Renault by Anderson is kicking off their 31-day spring savings event. For a limited time, buy 2 replacement windows or doors and get the third 60% off. Plus, enjoy 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 18 months. Our acclaimed impact windows are built for Florida, helping reduce energy costs and keeping your home comfortable all year long. Offer ends March 31st. Restrictions apply. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free in-home consultation. License CGC 1527613. Renewal by Anderson, where comfort meets savings.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
The action is heating up at Best Bet Jacksonville in April. The $500 buy-in, $100,000 guaranteed no-limit hold'em tournament is back with 4 starting flights April 10th and 11th, all leading to the final day on April 12th, live streamed on Best Bet Live. Do you want another chance at big money? Don't miss the second chance $300 no-limit hold'em tournament, $30,000 guarantee at 2 p.m. on April 12th. See all the details at bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com.
David Garrard here, and once again, I'm reporting good news about how good my knees are doing following PRP treatment at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. For an old quarterback like me, my knees are in great shape.
You don't have to be a celebrity or a professional athlete to appreciate the everyday personal attention you'll receive at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. For any orthopedic need, call on the pros at SOS.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Jacksonville, you voted, and Baker Glass came out on top. The Bold City Best Awards are all about locals choosing their favorites, and you picked them for Best Auto Glass and Best Glass and Mirror Service.
I'm back with Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
We are live at TPC Sawgrass. We'll be watching them come down 10 fairway. Before we know it, golfers go off this morning about an hour from now. Sunrise still about an hour away as well. Jags did make a free agent move yesterday. It's not much to speak of. I think, if anything, it shows the trust in Bashal Tutin and how he's going to be such an important part of the offensive storyline as they retool the running back room without a guy that we've been counting on around here for the last 4 years pretty reliably in Travis Etienne. But look, the money that Etienne got in New Orleans is about 3 times what they're going to pay. Chris Rodriguez is who they signed yesterday, a former Washington Commander. He did play with Liam Cohen a year when Cohen was offensive coordinator at Kentucky. 2 years, it's worth up to $10 million. Travis Etienne got 4 years, $52 million. So, yeah, 2.5 times, not to mention half the length of, the average annual value. Look, it shows they're high on Bashal Tutin. They did not add anyone that would easily take away his playing time. Less than 4 yards a carry last year as a rookie, but he did get limited playing time, and he did have a couple of chances where he kind of got on a roll, and we'll see. Rodriguez's insurance, he's only got 198 rushes for 920 yards in a 3-year career. They don't, pop off the stat sheet. But he's going to get more opportunity here in Jacksonville, and so it doesn't move the needle much one way or the other. I think certainly a capable, rotational back and fill in when needed, and look, this is also where the Jags look and see, and there are always cases in free agency where a guy goes where he hasn't produced, and suddenly he's showing more production than he has in the past. Not a prediction for Chris Rodriguez, but just an observation. Put it that way. All right, here's my overall observation on Jaguars free agency, and if there's one thing that I would have done differently, outside of I would have got Max Crosby. I'd have signed Trey Henderson. I would have, outside of that stuff, keeping the reality of the roster and the salary cap and the lack of flexibility that they seemingly have. But as the dust settles and the moves are apparently complete again, James Gladstone has a press conference scheduled for this afternoon. You typically don't hold those press conference till you're, for the most part, got your work done. And the Jags really, Monteric Brown, Dennis Gardeck, and Quentin Morris from their own. And Chris Rodriguez. Now, they'll probably filter in another 4 or 5 names, but they won't be impactful enough, apparently, to wait on the presser. So we'll see. We'll see. This afternoon, James Gladstone has one. But if there's one thing that I would have done differently, and I will say that now that we're apparently pretty much through the process. There's still a list of available free agents, but not much sexiness on there, that's for sure. But the one that that I'm going to question is Devin Lloyd, man. 3 years, $45 million. He was an impactful player for us a year ago, and again, I'll put the blind trust in Cohen and Campanile and their system and scheme and guys they either see or have now or feel can develop. But man, that was a baller. That dude balled last year here, probably maybe a top 3 individual season by a Jaguars defensive player. They don't grow on trees. We talk about Monteric Brown, how he's ascending, and here at the end of his first deal, he's earned a contract. Well, I mean, Devin Lloyd also fits that. The end of his first 4 years, I would call an all-pro season an ascending season. And the fact that it ended up only being 3 years, $45 million feels like a steal for the Panthers. And if it's a steal for the Panthers, I can't help but feel a little bit like I got robbed. Now, look, maybe Devin Lloyd was a flash in the pan, one-year wonder, and Ventrell Miller or Kaiser Gardeck or somebody else is going to put up splash plays and important stats next year. Maybe they will. But, man, we had an all-pro defensive player doing the things that gave this defense last year its identity. Turnovers, big plays. He was one of the top. I didn't realize this, but I was looking at it, just a description on him from the perspective of what the Panthers were getting. But like a top 5 grade against the run. Just a really good player. And again, if Devin Lloyd had gone off somewhere and gotten 3 years, $66 million, or 4 years and $82 million, and got a Fred Warner contract, and I would understand more. I don't know if the Jags just made the decision before last year was even played that they'd be going a different direction there. But the fact that he settled at what sure seems like was affordable, 3 years, 45, that would be the one thing I would have done different. I would have. Now we sit here now not knowing what other plans they may have had, cap space that was cleared via restructures and otherwise. Or maybe the plan all along was we don't necessarily have to cook. Let's simmer. Let's get better. Let's don't forget we're adding a first rounder in Travis Hunter, fully healthy and probably more focused on one side of the ball than the other. So that's where we sit here in free agency with a press conference today. It's been pretty much crickets chirping, but if they're going to chirp, it's best they're chirping after a 13-4 season, I suppose. Come back with Football Fix. More news and notes from around the National Football League, and there continue to be waves being made. A third round of free agency comes and goes yesterday. We'll tell you some of the names on the move and some other news and notes from the National Football League. We call it a Football Fix, and it's next with The Drill, live from the Players.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
This is your VSIN Action Update, brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
NBA basketball today, the Magic on a back-to-back. They play host to the Wizards this evening. Orlando, they are a heavy 15.5-point favorite. Over-under sitting at 232.5. Also, the Miami Heat, they play tonight hosting the Milwaukee Bucks. Miami, a 6.5-point favorite, over-under at 231.5. In the NHL this evening, Lightning at home against the Red Wings. Lightning have been struggling a little lately, but they are minus 205 favorites. And the Panthers at home against the Blue Jackets. Florida is a minus 115 favorite.
Progressive helping veterans drive their lives forward. More info, keysofprogress.com.
With your VSiN Action Update, I'm Matt Pauley on 1010XL.
All right, Jack, so let's talk about it. Spring cleaning feels great until your drains remind you what they've been holding on to all winter. If your sink's burping, your shower's backing up, or your toilet's hesitating like it's reading a blitz, it's time to call in the pros. Call Duck Duck Rooter. During their spring drain cleaning promotion, get your drains cleaned plus a free camera inspection for just $129. Must have outside clean out, honest pricing, proven experience, no fourth quarter surprises. When you're stuck, call the Duck. That's 904-862-6769 or duckduckrooter.com.
Are high-interest credit cards and other loans sucking the life out of your finances? It's time to say no more. Let Loan Pronto tap the equity on your home and get the cash you need now so you can pay it all off. Hey, it's Prosser here. Corey and Jack called Loan Pronto in a matter of days. They had $160,000. They kept their 3% mortgage intact, didn't even need an appraisal, and with all that cash, they wiped out all their credit cards and 2 car loans, saving $2,000 a month. You can do it too. LoanPronto.com, the rapid equity loan program, can get you $100,000, $200,000, even $500,000 in cash. Chloe and Ethan just did it. Consolidated all their high-interest debt into one super low monthly payment, giving them an extra $1,000 a month. Imagine, pay off all the credit cards, slash your monthly payments, Breathe easier. Get your life back. Interest rates are at 3-year lows. Call Loan Pronto today, 904-999-1500. That's 904-999-1500 or go to loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781. Visit NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
In the game of vehicle performance and reliability, Atlantic Infinity is always the top pick. This is Hayes Carlion. Did you know that every certified pre-owned Infinity is inspected, factory-backed, with a limited warranty, and gets the same championship-level service as a brand-new Infinity? Every mile will feel like first class. Check out their full certified inventory now at AtlanticInfinity.com or visit Atlantic Infinity off Atlantic near St. John's Bluff.
Bro, have you heard about the hottest and newest sports league in town?
Vanguard Sports League isn't just VIP, it's the standard. Smoke-filled tunnel intros, cool benches with canopies, big scoreboards, championship rings, and convenient locations all across Jacksonville. Oh, and mascot potties there hyping everyone up every game. No wonder it's the talk of the town. Spring and summer registration now open.
Search VanguardSportsLeague.com today.
When it comes to glass, you don't want average. You want flawless. Duval Glass and Mirror has transformed homes and businesses across Jacksonville for over 35 years. Frameless showers that wow. Mirrors cut exactly to your style. Fogged or broken glass replaced. Decorative tabletops. Windows replaced or repaired to stand up to Florida storms. All backed by a 100% guarantee. Visit DuvalGlass.com for your free quote. There's only one name for glass and mirror around these parts. It's Duval.
At Hollis Pools, building a pool is personal. We sit down with you, listen to your vision, and bring your backyard dreams to life right here in Northeast Florida. Working with us doesn't feel like working with a contractor. It feels like working with family. Every Hollis Pools project supports Project Savior Outdoors, helping bring hope to our veterans. Visit HollisPools.com. Hollis Pools, your vision, your pool, your escape. License number CPC 1461233.
The Players' Championship returns to TPC Sawgrass March 10th through 15th. Experience golf's most iconic stage with enhanced food and beverage offerings, interactive fan attractions, and an atmosphere built for every type of fan. See the best players in the world, including world number 1 Scotty Scheffler, 2025 champion Rory McIlroy, and fan favorite Brooks Koepka take on the legendary Stadium Course and the famous Island Green. Tickets available at theplayers.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
All right, back here on the drill. We're live from the Players. We talked yesterday about Brooks Koepka and his struggles at the 17th hole here, and they've been monumental. He's played the hole 20 times. He's hit 10 balls in the water. He was asked what his biggest problem here at the Players has been, and he said, in one word, 17. Koepka has missed 4 cuts in 6 appearances at the Players, so as he returns to PGA Tour and plays here for the first time in 5 years or so, he's going to have to overcome a track that he's not been good at and a hole that has been an absolute nightmare. Someone dove into today's Shazam Spotlight, brought to you by ShazamAuto.com and the Murray Ford Superstore, Stark and Kingsland. Take that short drive, save on those big city prices, and enjoy the best customer service you're going to find anywhere. That is the Murray Ford Superstores. By the way, in Stark, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, another superstore down there. They got you covered. All right, 24 years of Players' Championship data has uncovered this. Koepka has the worst career average on hole 17 of anyone in the field this week, and it's not close. And in fact, he's just behind Bob Tway for the worst overall scoring average on 17 in the history of the Players' Championship. Brooks Koepka, on that little 132-yard hole, has averaged a bogey. His scoring average on 17, 4.0. Good GPA, not a good average on 17. That's a clean bogey average. In the field this week, the next worst is Tony Finau, and his average is 3.5. So the whole half a shot difference when it comes to playing that hole, he's giving up a half a shot. You got to give Brooks Koepka a shot if you're playing 17. The worst score on 17, by the way, is Bob Tway, who also owns the worst overall average. But it didn't help that he made a +9, a 13 in 2005. Oh, actually, that might be +9 for the 2 rounds. My man went 5 over, 4 over. What's that, an 8 and a 7 on 17? It's multiple balls. We know that. Anywho, keep an eye on Brooks Koepka, or maybe you should look away when he gets to hole 17 today. E.T., fire up the band. We got a football fix. It is brought to you by the Julington Creek Golf Club. Tee it high and let it fly, and we'll see you on the course, on the home course, on the Julington Creek Golf Club. All right, Max Crosby is committing to the Raiders after the failed trade to the Ravens. Everything happens for a reason. Crosby posted on X, believe nothing you hear and half of what you see. I'm a Raider. I'm back. Run that, believe. Post comes days after he had to have an emotional farewell to the Raiders, who he played for since 2019. Also had to express excitement about joining the Ravens, and now that's gone. Of course, the Ravens backed out of the deal, turned around and signed to Trey Hendrickson. It has not landed well with most. It's been heavily criticized as kind of a dirty move. The Ravens GM yesterday met the media. Seemed genuine, talking for the first time since backing out of the trade. Eric DeCosta, the Ravens GM, said yesterday, I understand how people might maybe from afar feel that way, that it was kind of dirty, but nobody's more upset about this than me. Gutted by it, actually. And so a big regret for me, but we'll move on as a football team. Even got emotional at times. Said it was difficult but necessary. Pointed out Crosby is one of his favorite players in the NFL, but he had to do what was best for the organization, veered away from mentioning any medical concerns with Crosby, and said the trade was nullified, quote, based on our assessment of the situation. Now, the Ravens were within their rights to move on from the deal, but they drew criticism because they immediately pivoted to Hendrickson, and then it comes out that they had contacted Hendrickson after they had reached the trade agreement with the Ravens. I understand it, DeCosta said. We live in that age of skepticism, and people question, especially people that don't really know me or the Ravens culture. There were moments yesterday when, honestly, I was probably speechless, just sitting in my chair in my office, just thinking about what the next step would be, trying to get as much information as possible. Then he acknowledged that the Ravens had begun talks with Hendrickson and his agent before they voided the trade, but explained it that Baltimore was looking to, after losing center Tyler Linderbaum to free agency, they were looking to pair Hendrickson and Crosby. Yeah, sure you are. You lost me there, brother. You had me with the emotion at times. You had me with he's my favorite player. But when you tell me you started talking to Hendrickson before you voided the trade because you were planning on adding them both, yeah. For what it's worth, Pete Carroll is predicting quarterback Geno Smith will rebound and have a great year with the Jets. A great year that certainly was not enjoyed by Geno Smith last year with Pete Carroll in Vegas. I don't like this deal. I'm not a big Geno Smith guy. He's serviceable, and the Jets are in quarterback purgatory. A place that Cleveland has been for a lot of years. They had a guy in Baker Mayfield. Made a big mistake, jumping ship off of Baker, didn't they? Here's a guy I wouldn't mind seeing kicking the tire zone, but he ended up getting a pretty good deal, and that's Bradley Chubb. Remember, he was released by the Dolphins earlier this offseason, so he was available even before free agency. But the Buffalo Bills went and got an edge rushing piece. 3 years, $43 million. Dolphins officially released Chubb on Wednesday, so that's why now he was scooped up, even though they had said they were releasing him back earlier this offseason. Last year, the Bills signed Joey Bosa, trying to improve the pass rush. He had 5 sacks. Bosa's a free agent. Man, I would like to see him, even when there's a press conference today that might close the book on the free agency period. Man, it'd be nice to get a veteran pass rusher in here, wouldn't it? Why don't we refuse to do that? And I'm not talking about, it doesn't have to be the elite level, but, you know, a level of some sort. Chubb at one point was thought to be one of the better pass rushers in the league, but he's entertained some injuries. He was traded from Denver to Miami, and it just didn't work out there. Defensive tackle Javon Hargrave staying in the NFC North. He leaves the Vikings and he joins the Packers. So there's some of the free agency moves that occurred yesterday. We got some winners and losers that we'll sort through as free agency and the big names pretty much off the board kind of just peters out now into some roster filling. And you could argue the Jags did a bit of that yesterday with their signing of running back Chris Rodriguez, 3-year veteran, got about 1,000 yards rushing in his young career. We'll see what role he has here. The big message would seem to be, in Bayshore we trust. That's Football Fix. You're welcome. Brought to you by the Home Course. Throw by it yesterday. Looked just beautiful. So give them a call and set your tee time. I know you got that golf fever. We're back at the Players live next here on 1010XL.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
It's very special because if you can see, the numbers all go to 11. Look, right across the board. 11, 11,
and most of
11, and then
amps go up to
1010XL.
Exactly. It's one louder, isn't it?
Frank Frangie here. Nimnik Buick GMC is proud to be the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville, earned by treating customers with courtesy, respect, and fairness. All part of Nimnik's Treating You Right guarantee. The most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer, nobody but Nimnik. For 3 generations, Nimnik has been the place customers keep coming back to. They treat you right, and they give a bunch back to the community. Visit NimnikBuickGMC.com today to learn more or visit their showroom off Phillips Highway. GMC, we are professional grade.
Looking for golf that doesn't feel like golf? Welcome to Pine Royale, Callahan's new golf entertainment destination. Play a 9-hole par 3 course, compete in TrackMan-powered driving bays, and get ready for all-new 18-hole mini golf coming soon. As the sun goes down, the course lights up. Add in great food, a full bar, and space to hang with the whole crew, and suddenly golf feels a whole lot more social. Search Pine Royale Callahan and come play today.
If you miss an interview, it'll be waiting for you on demand.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Search where you find podcasts.
And at 1010XL.com.
Trained by Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck.
Get a healthy start in 2026. The Florida Department of Health in Duval County is here to help you get healthy and stay healthy all year long. Our dedicated team is committed to providing high-quality care and trusted public health services for our community. Our mission is simple: to protect, promote, and improve the health of you and your family. Learn more about our programs and services by visiting duval.floridahealth.gov.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
When you're hungry, go big, and more importantly, go to Dailies, where they got anything and everything to tantalize your taste buds and fill you up. At Dailies, our barbecue beef brisket sandwich is slow smoked to perfection, tender, juicy, and full of bold flavor. It's the kind of sandwich that truly satisfies. Try the barbecue brisket sandwich at Dailies. Meanwhile, some favorites never go out of style. The Duval sub at Dailies is stacked, loaded, and made with the bold flavor you want in every bite. Fresh ingredients, big taste. It's a local favorite. Grab the Duval sub today at Dailies. Or maybe you just want a delicious chicken sandwich. Some choices just work. The chicken sandwich at Dailies is crispy on the outside, it's juicy on the inside, and it is full of flavor. Perfect for lunch, perfect for dinner, perfect anytime hunger hits. So grab the chicken sandwich today at Dailies. Dailies is made fresh, it's made local, and Dailies is built for big appetites. I'll see you there today.
With 50 years of fabrication expertise in towing products, the family at Cannons of Jacksonville can repair or install precisely what you need to tow with confidence. Visit cannonsofjacks.com, where quality and customer satisfaction collide.
Did you know that an annual coating inspection can extend the life of your building by years? Catching early signs like hairline cracks, fading, and moisture intrusion helps prevent costly repairs down the road and keeps your property looking its best. Our team at Performance Painting helps you stay ahead of maintenance with professional inspections and long-lasting coating solutions. Protect your building, protect your budget. Go to performance-painting.com to schedule a free inspection. Performance Painting. Repair, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting. Here's hoping for a raise the roof football season. And here's knowing Next Gen Roofing is up for any job. Game day or storm season, you need a team you can trust. And you know what? You don't need a glitzy roofing company. No shortcuts, no gimmicks, no nonsense. Solid roofs at competitive prices and a commitment to the First Coast community. Right now, save up to $300 on your next roof replacement. When you need a roof, you need Next Gen Roofing. Team with you, it's a win every time.
This is Frank Frangie. Over the past 11 years, the weight loss industry has seen it all. New medications, fad diets, sculpting. Yet Awaken 180 still stands alone as the proven solution for lasting weight loss. Results at awaken180weightloss.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
Yo. You hear me?
Can you hear me?
Well, I got him turned up, bro. That's the thing.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Did you hear me yell? You know it!
Oh, boy. I got it twice. Why couldn't you just said yes?
I said, we got a problem out here. It's a good thing it's dark. It's nice.
Huh? I don't know what you're throwing too much at me, boss.
The camera? Hold on.
We'll tilt. Even Hick can do this. There you go. Perfect. Yeah, now we're cooking with gas. Here we go. We don't have to do a third one, though. We're good.
There we go. Good morning.
Do you ever wonder what the 2 and the 5 stand for? I wonder what they stand for. I wonder where this gets us. Back in the day, had the old official all things stamp, but now in the the new improved PGA Tour, gotta be careful.
We'll give a shout out to the guy. I don't know if he's here when you come in. No, you don't come through the. You don't go by the media building, right? You cut through. Do you come through the media entrance, or do you go through the Davis Love? Because it's quicker.
Well, there's actually one in between. There's a fence open early. Anyway, but yeah.
Anyway, the way I walk in, he's been there every day I've come, and there's the media building, where the media hangs out. And then right next to that this year, there's I think it's a Chipotle area. Where you could go get Chipotle if you want.
Yummy.
Yeah. So my man, and Chipotle ain't open, by the way, when I walk through at 6:55.
That's right. Is this part of the media?
No.
Food is separate, like a food truck or whatever.
Yeah. But I think it's Chipotle. I could be wrong.
Okay.
Anyway, this whole big little area where you can go sit down, eat from the food place, and it's fenced in, and there's one guy sitting there, yellow shirt guy, every day, and he's sitting there,
arms crossed,
looking
straight
ahead. I just think, man,
like a Buckingham Palace guard.
They get you in early for this. It ain't open.
Yeah.
But anyway, tip of the cap to that guy, because he's been on time and attentive every single day.
You want him on that wall.
The other thing on the journey here that I don't like.
Okay.
And this is just, it's not complaining or anything like that. But I don't trust when the lights come up behind me and the carts are coming.
You're right. You got to.
I'm 98% sure I'm going to get run over.
We walk over in the dark. And so basically, for those of you that are moving around, it'd be like.
And it's pitch black.
Yeah. If you came in the main gate.
Yeah.
And then you tried to walk like the cart path down 10.
Right.
You got some light there in that main area. But when we come in, it's pitch black, dark to this point.
For me, from the media building to the left, way before 10, over by 18.
Right.
And all the way up, there's carts constantly in the darkness.
Right.
And it's fine. They got jobs to do.
Got a job to do.
I just have an uneasy feeling that they're not in control.
Well,
and they're not paying attention to pedestrians that early.
Well,
which I am.
Well, I'm kudos to you for being paying attention yourself and being worried about that. If you weren't, then perhaps you would get sideswiped. It's ironic that you brought that up today. I've not felt that overwhelmingly at all until this morning. I felt that there was one coming. I felt like he wasn't really slowing down. Do I need to move? What's going on here? So I feel you. My observation this morning was kind of similar, but when I made the trek up and over that little ridge to 10T, and you could look down 10 fairway and it like in the pitch black, but they got all these like mowers and blowers and headlights, and if you looked down, it looked like an alien invasion. Like stuff like the lights were bouncing and moving. And you hear these noises. So the winds look like they're not going to blow as fast as initially feared.
It does? Okay, good.
It's like 10-15 probably is all we're going to get. We are going to get the rain this afternoon, though. That's I would imagine that this time tomorrow we'll be waiting to finish round 1.
Soft course? I don't
know. I don't know if we've had enough rain. You know, and it's not going to be a ton, and it looks like that's all we'll get this weekend. I say it's not going to be a ton.
I wonder if you're better off playing afternoon today than if it's windy this morning and baked a little bit.
I think the winds are going to be pretty consistent, 10 to 15 from start to finish. I don't think they're.
It started blowing. I went out last night at around 7 at night, and I said, "Oh, it's windy," and I was thinking about what we said yesterday.
Bless you.
Thank you. What we had said yesterday with the winds coming up with the forecast.
Yeah, right. Well, I was also thinking about that because it is the first day that when I was walking over here, the wind was blowing at all.
This morning.
You're right.
Oh, okay.
There was a little bit of a breeze, and so that made me think, well, it's going to pick up. And when these guys tee off, they're in for it. But then that's when I looked and saw it'll be manageable. It won't be too. It'll be. You know, we're right here. We're going to get to see the procession off of the 10T a little bit later this morning. And if you were coming out today, you want to go to 10T at 8:30. You got 3 threesomes in a row that has the big names: Scheffler and Morikawa and Fleetwood and Oberg and Siwoo Kim.
I enjoy the back 9 here much
Koepka.
more than the front 9.
Yeah.
I like the back 9.
I wonder what kind of reception, or if it'll even be a thing when Brooks Koepka returns to the Players for the first time. He'll go off 10T at like 10:50.
I don't think anybody cares anymore.
I don't either.
No.
Well, but my point would be this: then, did he lose some fan base?
Oh,
because he was popular.
Yeah.
Right. That's what I mean. Like in a typical year, there'd be a big Brooks contingent.
All he's got to do is get one win.
He ate humble pie too. He came back the right way.
He's fine.
He's fine.
And yeah, he's fine. I thought speaking of that, I thought the commissioner did a nice job yesterday laying things out.
Yeah.
And he's kind of listened. It seems like everybody sort of listened to what the suggestions were being made, and a lot of them made sense. And I think that their tour is going to try to head that way.
Yeah.
So did leave the door open a little bit for the players getting moved again. So we'll see. I don't think it's going to. I think they like it here, but we'll see.
I think the biggest issue when it comes to scheduling, I didn't digest the entirety of it all. My overwhelming opinion on the state of golf is that it got way too greedy and the golfers make way too much, and it's going to ultimately trickle down and affect people who were in need of some of those dollars because they don't just disappear, right? But the interest in the sports angles of it, you're correct. It felt pretty buttoned up. I think the overall schedule issues, they want to get those West Coast events into like August.
Right.
They don't want to play those in the beginning of the year anymore because the weather out there is so terrible. And for 90% of the year, you're California weather. And they want primetime golf.
Yeah.
You know, he said that. They want you to be able to watch primetime golf. And when you play those tournaments in February, you don't get primetime golf because it's dark out there at 5 in the afternoon. So, we'll see. The beautiful thing is we know what we got here.
Yeah.
The very best available players every single year, and it's a treat to say.
Is the Jags running back room better right now than it was last year?
No, of course not.
It's not.
No.
And that's interesting going forward. Now, it's funny. A lot of you guys out there are sky high or excited or confident in Bashal too.
That's right.
I remember Chris. I've seen Chris Rodriguez enough that I like him.
He's a little. He's
I remember
undersized.
him in Kentucky. I remember him running over us. Us being Florida, we weren't very good, but he was good there. And I've seen, just for whatever reason, I've caught highlights of him.
He's
through the
flashed.
years. And he's a 4.7, 4.8 yards a carry guy now.
He doesn't carry it. He's only got 900 yards in his career in 3 years.
500 last year on 100 carries, basically.
And 6 touchdowns. So you're catching a ascending player, but I don't think this is brought in to replace ETN per se.
No, it's Tootin and Rodriguez.
100%.
And yeah. It's But
I wonder, to the point
we'll
now,
see.
do you even need to, I thought a running back in round, 4 or 5 would have been prudent, if not mandatory. I'm not sure that's the case.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, maybe. I think you're always
Depending on what's there.
I think you're always trying to get better. And so, with that said, I think, you have to kind of be cognizant of that at the very least, and not be afraid that if there's a guy there that you really like, take him. With that said, our Dream Finders Homes poll question today brought to you by our friends at Dream Finders Homes. That's the official home builder of the Jags for this purpose. And boy, oh boy, dreamfindershomes.com is the place to go. You'll see all these beautiful homes. They're all over Jacksonville. I think 15 different locations.
15 of them things.
Just like
Taylor Swift's exes.
Sorry, Travis.
Not sorry.
Oh, dear. The wedding is on, though.
Oh, it's on.
It's
Still
on.
didn't get your invite?
Did not get an invite.
Dang.
Not expected.
Apparently, she inspired him to come back for another year, too. So you can thank her, Chiefs Nation.
There you go, Chiefs Nation. Chiefs Kingdom.
Oh, that's right.
Chiefs Kingdom.
That's right. Remember the Chiefs fan, the Wolf guy, who's in jail? He's a bank robber.
He's doing time.
Then you have the other Chiefs fans that fentanyl and died.
Oh, dear.
Go to what's going on out there?
Yeah, it's tough. Go to dreamfindershomes.com for all your information. Great interest rate packages. Tell them Dream Finders Danny sent you. With the signing of Chris Rodriguez at running back, what do you think of the Jags running back room? Great young talent. Not good enough. Not as good as last year. Or so what? We throw the ball in Duval. Those are your 4 choices. Great young talent. They're not good enough. Not as good as last year. Or so what? We throw the ball in Duval.
I'd go C, and I'd go like C minus D plus. I kind of like, but I think it's both. I wouldn't say so what, but it is not as, you can't say that Chris Rodriguez is as good as Travis Etienne,
right?
Or he would have gotten the 4-year, $52 million,
yeah,
and then we would have kept it. So, but I think I'd land on C, but not necessarily critically, but I'd go C.
All right, E, what say you?
Oh, I'm critically on C, man. We're not as good as we were last year.
Okay. Actually, 45% say great young talent. So
well.
There's a lot of people that love Tootin.
Yeah.
Again, it's sight unseen. I'm optimistic on Tootin, but I
not as good as last year. Got 32%. So what? We throw in Duval 13%. Not good enough 10%. So those are the 4. It's really refreshing to a point, I guess. But it's funny. We went from absolutely despising the guy who was pulling the strings on the roster build. I mean, despite like every move he made, just disaster on social media, to every move Jimmy G makes is brought great applause.
Yeah, I wouldn't go applaud. I said it this way, Hick. I said it. This is the metaphor that came to mind for me. One of the big phrases in sports is "let him cook."
Let him cook,
James.
Let him cook.
I think that they've earned with a 13-4 season.
Yes.
I think they've earned instead this phrase: "Let him simmer."
Yeah.
You got 13. Let's simmer. I'm not going to do a ton here. We expect this guy to improve. We're getting Travis Hunter back here. There is a big core of really good football players, and they kept 95% of them. Lloyd left and Etienne left. That's it.
Yeah.
And those are big. If there's one thing I would have done differently in free agency, seeing how it all fell and what the salaries ended up being, is Lloyd here, 3 years, 45 seems like a no-brainer. As important as he was.
I'll just say this about that. I heard you talking about it, and I don't know. I don't know the number. Maybe you can look this up, or E, can you look this up, please? Can you tell me the percentage of snaps that Devin Lloyd played last year on the defensive side of the ball? He's not on the field all the time, and that's
and he's also injured. If he missed 2 or 3 games,
forget that part. I'm just talking about in the throes of a regular football game, is he on the field? I think it's like half. He's not, and I think that has to do with the position.
Yeah.
And those kinds of things. So I think that's where you sit there and go, okay, well, look, this guy's playing more. Monteric Brown. We lost Dewey yesterday.
Oh yeah, we did lose.
Dewey gone.
Dewey was
onto the Cardinals.
A good Jag, man. A great Jag.
I think that second round pick is going to be a safety, boys.
Yeah, Dewey talked the talk, and Dewey took that terrible towel in Pittsburgh and waved it around, and Dewey
came up with it's always the Jag. It was always the Jags. I better not hear him say it was always the Cardinals at any point.
Can't say that, Dewey. But yeah. So anyway, thank you, Dewey.
Yeoman's work here, and boy, he ran the gamut. He saw the lowest lows and the highest highs.
Dewey appreciation thread right here. Appreciate you, Dewey. So good luck Good luck to you. Good dude. And a great story in the NFL. A real overachiever. A guy who, has worked his way into a starter's role and will never break the bank. But, another $4 million, for another year. You go get it, Dewey. Go get you some. And have a great career. So, wish him well. Wish him well.
For sure. All right, let's come back with the 10-minute drill. We're up and rolling here on a Thursday.
Yes.
We'll have Doc Murphy today, I assume via the phone, but you never know. Sometimes he just trudges on in here. Typically, he asks where we are, though, before that point.
Yes.
So, because I'm curious on this Max Crosby. If 3 doctors said it's, then how
I know this. The Ravens GM was gutted by this move.
I know. I knew you'd be skeptical at best on that whole thing.
And bless him for taking on the media. Let's give him credit for meeting the media.
Is that right?
I heard it. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, my goodness.
By the way, we put the summation on the Jags free agency and let James Gladstone simmer because that press conference today tells you they're done, doesn't it?
Well, they'll add here and there, but
there is no splash signing. We kept 3 of our guys and got a backup running back, which is, again, if you're going to do that, if crickets are going to chirp, it's better they're chirping at a 13-win season.
This is the drill. We're live at the Players, getting ready for tea time.
Yeah.
The Jags pick it off, and they're going to run it back. That is Dewey Winger. Picked it off in the middle of the field.
I saw him standing on the sideline. That helmet filled with golden hair. I saw him swing that little towel. Looky there. Looky there, looky there, looky there. He's doing
the drill from the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. It's the First Coast's biggest event of the year.
the Players Championship.
Track your favorite golfers and get live Southeast Orthopedic Specialist leaderboard updates. Teed up by G&H Tire Service, Michelob Ultra, and Sawgrass Asset Management on 1010XL. The Players Championship. Here's a 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist leaderboard update.
Sponsored by Jack's Outdoor Solutions and Universal Roof. The Players Championship will get underway this hour under partly cloudy conditions. Rain possible late this afternoon. Last year's winner, Rory McIlroy, says his back is better, but it's still a game time call at Sawgrass. You're reminded that parking is limited and encouraged to use the shuttle or ride share. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist leaderboard update, sponsored by Taco Lou. I'm Sam Nelson.
We went to probably 4 or 5 jewelry stores.
Jacksonville's Mitch Fandel went to the town center looking for an engagement ring, but found the big box corporate jewelry experience wasn't for him.
Nobody's really helping us. One of the stores, some people walked in behind us and they were offered beer and champagne, and I'm wearing shorts and a cutoff, so I don't really look the part. So I was like, well, I guess we'll go somewhere else. I don't know if they think we can afford to shop here or what.
So he went across and discovered locally owned Beards Diamonds.
When I walked in, everybody just said, hey, welcome in. Welcome to Beards.
Mitch loved the service and attention he got at Beards and ended up with a bigger, better quality diamond.
It was about twice the size of what I thought I could afford, and it was also about twice the size of what my wife thought she wanted.
Today, Mitch tells all his friends, shop local, shop Beards.
You're going to get the best deal on the best diamond.
Unbeatable value, unmatched selection, uncompromising personal service.
Anybody that I know, I want them to shop at Beards.
Beards Diamonds, St. John's Town Center.
Hey, Hickett here. When it comes to trucks, the only name you need to know, George Moore Chevrolet. Right now, the showroom off Atlantic Boulevard loaded with the toughest, strongest, hardest working Chevy trucks around. Silverado after Silverado, ready to work or play just as hard as you do. I don't just talk about them, gang. I got 2 George Moore Chevrolet trucks in the family, and they've earned every mile, every job, every weekend. Power, dependability, and style. You see my boy Blue. If it's a truck you want, it's George Moore Chevrolet you need. Stop by Atlantic Boulevard showroom today and see why the truck people keep on coming back for more. Back to George Moore Chevrolet. George Moore Chevrolet, gang, together. Let's ride.
Ahead,
We build platforms for digital business. We help create your platform for digital business by weaving together advances in cloud infrastructure, intelligent operations, and modern applications. Digital business is comprised of 5 pillars. We call them imperatives because they're a must-have, not a nice-to-have. We enterprise cloud, integrated security, scaled DevOps, intelligent operations, and relentless automation. Need help with digital transformation? Ahead. Learn, grow, achieve.
Joe Coward, Matt Hayes, and Leon Searcy are serving up your daily dose of sports talk specials from scratch.
I didn't know you could.
XL Prime Time is driven by Duval Ford.
These are delicious.
Noon to 2 weekdays on 1010XL.
Want to show off that backyard flex? Purple Heart Pools, a veteran-owned pool company right here in Jacksonville, is offering a brand new custom pool and spa package for a flat $75,000. All in, no bait, no switch. You heard that right. Only $75,000 for a custom pool and spa. Now's the time to break ground. Game days, summer nights, and neighborhood envy included. Schedule a free consultation today at purpleheartpools.com. Purple Heart Pools, Jacksonville's veteran pool company.
Be the first to discover the best new home community in beautiful Green Cove Springs. Highland Trail, where the rhythm of life slows down. Enjoy green spaces, luxury pools, pickleball courts, winding trails, and more at livehighlandtrail.com. Choose from 3 premium builders, just starting in the 300s.
Oh, at Highland Trail.
What if the next roof you put on your home was the last one? Not another replacement in 15 or 20 years, the last roof. Metlock Roofing is Florida's only manufacturer and installer of this exclusive roofing system. Engineered for strength, built for Florida weather, backed by a lifetime warranty. Imagine never needing another roof. Call 938-9933 or visit metlokroofing.com. Get your last roof today with Metlock. License number CCC 1335581.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. And now, let's light up the Firehouse Subs 10-minute drill.
Hit it! Yeah. Yeah. We got sports concepts and rationalizations. We call it the 10-minute drill. At the end of the drill, we like to hand out a prize pack. E, what are you razzle-dazzling them with today?
I got a pair of tickets to the orchestra starring the former members of ELO live at the Florida Theaters going down March 18th. Tickets are on sale now at floridatheater.com, but one lucky winner could win a pair of tickets at the end of this here 10-minute drill.
Mad Max Crosby said, everything happens for a reason. Believe nothing you hear and half of what you see. I'm a Raider. I'm back. Run that bleep.
Yeah. Talk to me in about 8 hours, Max. We'll see. No. Yeah, that was just weird the way that whole thing went down.
Mm-hmm.
No other way to say it. And it put a lot of people in awkward positions. And I don't. Maybe in the future, maybe get the physicals done before we announce trades. I mean, and it's not a huge deal. It'll be forgotten by September when we kick off, but you yank fan bases around, you yank players around, you yank organizations around and their structures and their, and their plans this offseason. So I have a question for you that I don't think you're going to get right.
Okay, good. I like that.
And I haven't, needs to be verified because I haven't gone player by player by player by player by player, but I believe this to be true. Do you know who the oldest Florida Gator basketball player is right now on the roster? Who would you think is the oldest player on the roster?
Oldest, because
they're a young team, right? It's a bunch of sophomores.
Talking about oldest,
oldest age, their age. Who is the oldest player?
I mean, is it one of the guys or is it could it be a guy down the bench?
It can be anybody on the roster. So it could be one of the guys or someone down the bench.
I'll say Tommy.
Yeah, it's Thomas Houck. He's almost 23 years old. He's a sophomore, Dan. How old are sophomores right now, typically?
19.
Right, 19 years old. You want to look at one of the reasons that Florida – that's why Thomas Houck has played above his age. He has played his age.
Mm-hmm.
I was shocked to learn that yesterday. I thought he was 19 or 20 like every other sophomore in the world. Mm-hmm. But the fact that he's, 22, going to be 23 in July.
Wow.
I would say this. That definitely makes him. You got to go NBA if you're 23. Right. He's a top 15 pick.
What I heard was that, he's definitely gone because he's going to get Bank. But Condon and Chinyelu, you discussed me this morning.
Yeah.
Ruben Chinyelu won't be drafted. I've told people he's a lottery pick. I don't know what you're thinking.
I'm sorry, but no, I
mean,
Chinyelu,
I think I'm not 100% positive, and I'll have to ask Big Pat this because I think he knows. I think he told me. But I think Ruben is like pre-med.
Oh, is that right?
Like studying to become a doctor.
Well, then, yeah, let's get another, $2.4 million and play another year
some
at
more
Florida.
credits.
I did say this. I do think it's a good comparison. Bediako can be a disclaimer for these guys.
Yeah.
Bediako was Chinyelu. He was a great rebounder. They had an upside, and he was picked even higher.
Settle down.
So don't leave, and then after toiling around nowhere, wish a year and a half later you'd stayed.
Well,
that's what I mean by
I think
it.
both those guys will make more next year if they stay in college, and that's Condon and Chinyelu, than going pro. But you never know. So we'll see. But those
Condon might be ahead of where the mock drafters have him. In other words, he's not showing up in the mock first rounds, but he might.
Second-round guy.
He might be a first rounder. Somebody might,
Late,
take a look at it, and because he's young.
Yeah.
Condon's only like 20, I think.
He's about where he was a year ago.
I think he's a little smoother, Dan. A
No,
little
I mean,
bit.
as far as where he's.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
In fact, it looked like he was probably going to be a first rounder, and by the time it all settled, he had fallen out of that.
They don't play until tomorrow.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I love watching all these bubble teams live and die with who won and lost in this conference tournament.
Doesn't matter. They all lose, and they'll still get in.
In some cases,
Texas is going to sweat now, and Indiana's going to sweat now, and
they're both. By the way, go ahead.
You're going to put Auburn in ahead of Texas. I mean,
go ahead and give me my brackets
because they beat Mississippi State.
Yeah, go ahead and give me my bracket. I'm Xing all those pretenders out early.
Yeah,
this feels super tight. It feels like we talked about. It could be the number one seed. Shoot, this feels so top heavy. It could be the 1s and 2s in the Elite Eight.
Yeah,
I mean, it just feels that. It doesn't feel like there's.
It does.
Somebody lingering that's going to suddenly be a dark horse.
Yeah. Yeah, it certainly does. We're set for the World Baseball Classic.
Yeah.
Quarters, we get Canada again. Poor Canada. We're going to have to knock you out of something else, Canada.
Till you learn that Shohei's actually Canadian. He'll be playing for them this week. I did this is, because he's a major leaguer.
You have to tell your boy, your son-in-law, don't mess with the DR, baby.
We advanced anyway.
Soto.
It looked like the best 8 are in.
We advanced.
Nosotros. Avanzamos. It looked like the best 8 are in. It's Dominican, Venezuela, Japan, USA.
Yeah.
And here's Italy undefeated. I see you, Vinny Pasquantino, and I'll allow it. You're a Major League Baseball player, and you did beat him. He threw a little shade at the U.S.
Yeah.
You're welcome, U.S. Hope you enjoyed the game back in your hotel room.
Yeah.
Did you see him say that?
No.
Yeah.
Good for him.
3 home runs last night for Pasquantino.
Yeah.
So Italy advances. They blow out Mexico. Mexicans can go on home. And we'll see if Mark DeRosa is aware how the format works from this point forward.
One other thing, one gambling pro tip from the degenerate.
Pro tip?
Yeah.
Wow.
I talked about this before, and I don't know when you stop, but you're well ahead. But just for the record, we've talked about this, and you even said this week it's not great. However, it's the Scotty Scheffler phenomenon.
Okay.
All right.
His price got a little better if you want to throw it. He's like 4. At one point, he was 3.5 to 1 this week.
Okay. Scotty's played 42 tournaments over the last 2 years. If, as you done like the degenerate told you to do.
Okay. And just put 100 on him every week.
You'd be up 33.45 right now.
Okay.
That's a 79.6 ROI, 2.5 times higher than the S&P 500 during the same stretch. Just saying.
Scotty Scheffler is stronger than the S&P, which has not been bad, by the way.
Yeah, he's outperforming it though. Think about that for a second.
Okay.
Yeah. So you'd be up 33.45, $3,345. Just back to the baseball real quick, just so y'all know, Korea, Dominican Republic Friday, U.S. Canada after that. Saturday is Puerto Rico, Italy, and then Venezuela, Japan.
I think it might be the 8 best. Is there somebody who would be considered 8 best who's not there? Maybe Mexico. They won in the past, but they didn't seem that good this year.
2 in Miami and 2 in Houston. So
okay,
yeah, that'll be fun. So that's cool. And Italy didn't lay down. They did us a solid.
Yeah.
Which
Pasquantino homer 3 times and then told USA, hope you got a good look at that, boys. You're welcome.
Yeah. Wow. All right. So 641-1010. Come kind, come courteous, come correct. It's light out now.
Yes.
It's tea time.
7:42, 12 minutes away.
Yeah.
And again, if you're coming out this morning, which would be probably the preferable time today, we're going to get some rain this afternoon.
Yes.
In fact, they're probably going to clear this place out at some point. I don't want to speak ahead of myself. But 10T about 8:30. You got Koepka and Finau and Siwoo Kim and Oberg and Scheffler and Fleetwood and pretty much everyone but Rory.
Okay.
Feels like. So
I like it.
That'll be a hot spot, and we'll get a bird's eye view. We will, scream at the golfers as they walk by.
As we head to break, what is the number today? There's always a Thursday.
I think somebody will go out. It's like the winds that were blowing this morning aren't blowing now. It's calm out there. I'll go 65.
Okay.
That seems to be, that might be a little ambitious.
Yeah.
It's sometimes you got to see how they got it set up this year.
Yeah.
I don't know what the greens are doing exactly or how they'll approach all that, but 65, 66 for the best in the world seems pretty conservative.
All right. We'll see. This is the drill on 1010XL.
Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Live streaming from the XL Digital Studios. Brightened by Harbor Dental Care, Jacksonville's first choice for dental emergencies. The Players Championship. Here's a 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Leaderboard update.
Sponsored by Atlantic Infinity and Duck Duck Plumbing and Septic Services. The Players Championship will get underway shortly. Teeing off on the first hole is Mark Hubbard, will be on Olson and Mac Meisner. On the 10th hole, Mackenzie Hughes, Eric Cole, and Rico Hoey. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Leaderboard update, sponsored by Purple Heart Pools. I'm Sam Nelson.
Frank Frangie here. Nimnick Buick GMC is proud to be the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville, earned by treating customers with courtesy, respect, and fairness. All part of Nimnick's Treating You Right guarantee. The most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer, nobody but Nimnick. For 3 generations, Nimnick has been the place customers keep coming back to. They treat you right, and they give a bunch back to the community. Visit NimnickBuickGMC.com today to learn more or visit their showroom off Phillips Highway. GMC, we are professional grade.
Hey, Hickett here. Restore comfort and confidence with oculoplastic specialist Mary Kate Wilson, MD at the Eye Associates, Jacksonville's expert in oculofacial plastic and reconstructive care. Dr. Wilson specializes in eyelid surgery, cosmetic and reconstructive procedures, and treatments, always with a personalized approach. Now seeing patients at the beaches, Southside, and St. John's locations. To schedule your consultation with Dr. Wilson, call the Eye Associates, that's formerly About 9 Associates, Schneider Air and Wellness Center, and Janet A. Betchkel, MD at 296-0098. That's 296-0098.
Are high-interest credit cards and other loans sucking the life out of your finances? It's time to say no more. Let Loan Pronto tap the equity on your home and get the cash you need now so you can pay it all off. Hey, it's Prosser here. Corey and Jack called Loan Pronto in a matter of days. They had $160,000. They kept their 3% mortgage intact, didn't even need an appraisal, and with all that cash, they wiped out all their credit cards and 2 car loans, saving $2,000 a month. You can do it too. LoanPronto.com, the rapid equity loan program, can get you $100,000, $200,000, even $500,000 in cash. Chloe and Ethan just did it. Consolidated all their high-interest debt into one super low monthly payment, giving them an extra $1,000 a month. Imagine, pay off all the credit cards, slash your monthly payments, breathe easier. Get your life back. Interest rates are at 3-year lows. Call Loan Pronto today, 904-999-1500. That's 904-999-1500. Or go to loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781. Visit NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Create a backyard your family will love. Jack's Outdoor Solutions, an authorized dealer of Celebrity Greens, installs PGA quality artificial turf golf greens and complete outdoor spaces. From turf to custom hardscapes, landscaping, and lighting, every project is built for style, durability, and family fun. Locally owned and trusted across Northeast Florida, customers rave about their results. Check their 5-star reviews on Google. Plan your dream backyard today at jacksoutdoorsolutions.com.
All right, gang, Hickett here. Let's talk about our skin. Are we taking care of it? Beaches Dermatology wants to remind you to take good care of that skin, especially here in the sunshine state of Florida. Doctors Boudreaux, Doctors Metz, Dr. Fader with the Mohs surgery. They're all about you taking care of your skin. They want to remind you to protect that skin outside, especially if you're spending lengthy period of times out there. But if something does show up, hey, do yourself a favor. Go online, beachesdermatology.com, and make an appointment and go to the location that best serves you. I go to the one off Solana Road. I appreciate them so very much. They take great care of me. But for all of your skincare needs, all of your skincare products, it's Beaches Dermatology and beachesdermatology.com.
When you're hungry, go big, and more importantly, go to Dailies, where they got anything and everything to tantalize your taste buds and fill you up. At Dailies, our barbecue beef brisket sandwich is slow smoked to perfection, tender, juicy, and full of bold flavor. It's the kind of sandwich that truly satisfies. Try the barbecue brisket sandwich at Dailies. Meanwhile, some favorites never go out of style. The Duval sub at Dailies is stacked, loaded, and made with the bold flavor you want in every bite. Fresh ingredients, big taste. It's a local favorite. Grab the Duval sub today at Dailies. Or maybe you just want a delicious chicken sandwich. Some choices just work. The chicken sandwich at Dailies is crispy on the outside, it's juicy on the inside, and it is full of flavor. Perfect for lunch, perfect for dinner, perfect anytime hunger hits. So grab the chicken sandwich today at Dailies. Dailies is made fresh, it's made local, and Dailies is built for big appetites. I'll see you there today.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists is not affiliated with the NFL or the Jacksonville Jaguars. Discussion regarding injuries is solely based on the
All right, we are back here on the drill, waiting for tee times at the Players. Of course, you will have live Players updates throughout the tournament. In fact, don't we do play-by-play on the weekend? I think
I do the play-by-play.
Yeah, you do.
Yes, I've been hired.
It'd
this
be fun,
year.
nice. Would they have you in the tower? Or are you roving or both?
I am a tower. I'm the host.
You're a tower guy.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Whenever
Enjoy that. I wasn't aware.
The golf reminds me of the SNL sketch.
Okay.
With the
with the Bargatze.
Yes.
That's great. You guys got to look that up.
It's
YouTube search the Bargatze SNL golf skit. It's
Yeah,
fantastic.
it is.
Where he just keeps. I don't want to give it away.
Yeah.
We could describe it for you.
The PETA lovers wouldn't be happy about it. Yeah.
It's a joke.
It's a joke.
No animals were harmed in the filming of this bit.
But it's very funny.
It was very funny. He's like, oh my, like the worst thing you could do, and then he would do one thing worse.
Yes.
So
Just kept happening over and over again. So that's a lot of fun. We'll get things going here, and away we'll go. And we'll see what happens. We'll see if Colin Morikawa can earn Danny Boy $4.5 million.
Oh, for the brunch for the tour.
Either or, yeah.
I've split them around all over the place, man.
Yeah, I like it.
Like I've got, we've got brunch for the tour. I've got my bait bet with Captain Kev.
I think obviously Rory's going to give it a go, and then we'll see.
He's afternoon wave, I believe.
Yeah, but it's still a little. You kind of get the feeling that if things go south, he'll WD. So I don't know. We'll see. And that's why he really is a tough pick. If you
I took him in the bait bet because it has the least consequence. But like in our fantasy league and brunch with the tour, I couldn't pull it. We all, the fact that we had 4 guys picked, we picked 8 guys and didn't pick Rory may bite one of us on. Because if Rory does play, he plays well here. Even if he doesn't win, that's the thing.
Two-time champion.
Yeah, the thing about this golf tournament, you don't got to win to pick up a bunch of cash.
Yeah.
Is that what we're up to? $4.5 million? Do you
$25 million purse?
Do you remember what the first place check was when you first? I remember what it was my first year.
I think McCumber. My first year was Mahaffey, and I think it was like 160
less.
McCumber. I'm pretty sure was 288, maybe, or 250, something of that number when he won in '88. It's incredible. And again, they all should thank one Eldrick Tiger Woods profusely for that, because that sucker ran up during his heyday. So, yeah, we'll see. But yeah, $4.5 million, same as last year. $25 million purse. It's skyrocketed. It's the biggest in golf.
I just went back to 1992 just to compare.
Mm-hmm.
The total purse in 1992, $1.8 million.
Yeah, $1.8 million.
That'll go. That's the total purse.
Yeah.
So that'll go to like the 5th place finisher this week.
Yeah.
Davis Love, when he won it in 1992, and it was the highest, I think, payout, even more than the majors, it was $320,000.
Awesome.
Think about that.
Yeah.
$320,000 to now $4.5 million.
Yeah.
Has golf gotten that much more demanding and popular?
It's provided us a lot of great memories through the years. I saw Hicks and Gary Koch breaking down the better than most. I think, is it 25 years? Has it been 20? Does that make sense? Would that be 25?
That sounds about right. It was 99 maybe, or 2000? What was it?
2026. It'd be 2001 maybe.
Yeah, sounds right.
There.
I think he won here in 01, didn't he, Tiger?
I believe it. And that was the Saturday. And it was cool. Remember, and they went back and they played the audio during the break, because Tiger, hit his tee shot, and he had a 9-iron on the tee.
Uh-huh.
They said, man, that's he's gonna choke that thing off, and he hit it to the back of the green. Obviously, it barely stopped. And then they're in the break, and Gary was talking. He's like, man, if he gets this within 6 or 7 feet, that's a heck of a putt. It's tough,
right?
Blah 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 blah. And sure enough, he made it. It was great theater, great stuff. Hicks said they're in the 18th booth, and
Tiger won that year. 01, he won in 01 again in 13.
Yeah, they could hear the roar. Probably the loudest one I've ever been a part of. But there's been I can go back to watching who was it? Sluman and Sandy Lyle in a playoff. That was a fun one. And the guy jumping in the lane.
That's like 87, I think.
Yeah. So, and Davis winning, Freddie was so popular, winning here. The local guys, McCumber and Duval.
Even KJ Choi won.
Funk, winning.
Funk, KJ Choi was from Ponte Vedra residents.
Do you have the winners?
I do. I'm looking at
Do you have the score? What was David was like -5? It was very high number when David Duval.
-3.
-3, yeah.
Yeah, we go up and down depending on the conditions, depending on how they set up the course.
Was the year before the Norman Zeller shootout?
No, that came after David's. No. The Norman Zeller.
What was the Norman Zeller shootout?
That was 24 under.
Yeah.
That was 94. And then
when did David win?
He won in 99, but what you're thinking of, you're just mixing the two. They came back the next year, and Lee Jansen won at -5.
Okay.
19 shots worse. That's what it was.
Yeah, they said,
and then it's
24 under. We can't have that.
Duval, they must have been weather David's year, because around him.
We're off and running, by the way. The boys are off. Here they go. They're walking right by us.
Because Duval won it at 3 under in 99. Well, in 98, it was 10 under. In 2000, it was 10 under. 2001, Tiger at 14 under.
Yeah.
It's just been the list of winners: Duval, Tiger, Mickelson, Sergio.
Yeah, they love that.
Even guys who were hot near number one at the time won at their time, like Stinson and Keimer. Haven't lasted as these unbelievable names, but at the time they were the best in the business. Rory McIlroy, Justin Thomas, Scotty Scheffler. I'll give you
Do you believe?
I'll give you a forgotten champion, man.
Uh-huh.
I forget that this dude won the Players in 2022.
Uh-huh.
All right, Rory won last year, and Scheffler won back-to-back.
Yeah.
Justin Thomas won in 2021.
Yep.
2022, I forgot that, speaking of locals, why does Cam Smith's Players not stand out to me?
Oh, yeah.
Was there a moment? That was the year that there was a big bunch in the final round leaderboard? Is that what it was?
That's a good question. I don't
like, there's
quite
nothing
remember.
stands out about that.
I remember Jimmy Furyk had, man, I remember telling him he had just finished a round. It was a chopped up, it was a weather round. It was a weather delay tournament. And I remember telling him, so-and-so, I think he was tied for the lead when he got done. I don't remember, but I remember telling him, and he was surprised about what I told him.
Right.
Because they were all.
I think he was like
spots.
one, but I think he finished strong that year. I know that, and he was like one behind, but everyone else was tanking, so he was going to have a chance to make it.
He ended up coming up short, but it was always it might have been Der Bomber who won that year.
Maybe. You know,
Martin Keimer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the more heartbreaking, and I was somewhat close with Lynn Matisse at the time. I did a golf marathon with Lynn Matisse out here at the Players.
Oh, Lenny.
And his mother, right, was sick, and he came to 17 with a chance to win his hometown tournament and air mailed it twice.
Yeah.
Well, not just once.
They were playing some of Koepka's 17 shots last night, and I saw one time he hit in the water. I mean, he hits it high. The wind caught it one time. He hits it up in there, and the wind caught it, and he's just like throws his hands in the air, and it blew it back 10 yards. And then I also learned this. You know, I saw this on social last night. You know, Tree Island at 17, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you hit the ball to Tree Island, if you can get to that ball,
you're allowed to hit it.
You're allowed to hit it.
But you have to like swim over there though.
Well,
are you allowed to take a boat?
Well, here's the beauty of it. You can't. Okay, you can swim, but you got to take a club, and it's probably not a good idea with the Gators in there, right? So you're probably not going to swim. All right. So, but remember this rule: you can't take, and on the PGA Tour, you can't use a motorized vehicle. You can't get in a golf cart.
All right, what if I get on like a beach float going over there?
There you go. How about a canoe? And the rules official said, well, I guess you could use a canoe.
You know what? So I have my own version of
go over to Tree Island, punch it off there, and get it on the green and save par.
And I know what you're thinking if you've watched or ever played out here, right?
By the way, they found 2 shots that didn't land on Tree Island, but 2 shanks by the pros who got it close to Tree Island.
There was one was either last year or the year before, because here's my story. I'm watching the players when this is P on a Saturday or Sunday. They're showing 17, and they show Tree Island. She says, does anybody ever hit it over there?
Yeah.
And I looked at her and said, what kind of rube are you? You don't know the game. No one. And I kid you not, within 2 golfers, the dude shanked it right on the Tree Island.
Yeah.
I said, well, honey, I'd stand corrected.
Yeah.
But so the answer is, you can hit it. I didn't know that. I figured it'd be out of bounds. It should be out of bounds.
No, it's within the.
Yeah, it should be out of bounds.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
Yeah. So Tree Island is.
I got to see now somebody with the tournament on the line somehow putting it on Tree Island and then taking the canoe over there. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah. So anyway, that was.
All right, let's take a quick time out. We'll talk to Doc Murphy, and maybe he can explain the Max Crosby the injury situation.
I'm going to head over to 10. And, analyze a couple swings.
Yeah, sure.
Kind of get loose for my appearance this weekend.
That's different than how ET gets loose when he's out here.
Yes, actual factuals.
ET's in a bit of a pickle today.
What do you mean? He's trying to get a ticket?
No.
Oh.
Are you coming out today, E?
Yeah.
All right, well, you better hurry.
Oh, because of the weather?
Yeah, I wonder if our little soiree shouldn't be
because you may not last
postponed, because it could roll in anyway.
We'll see.
I'm supposed to play a great golf course this afternoon in town, and I'm not going to get to. It's going to get rained out. Dog, how's that fair? Out here covering the sport in the trenches. This is the drill.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. You love sports. You live for the action.
He did it again!
Experience the excitement of the moment on 1010XL.
Hey, they're back. They're back and better than ever. We're talking about Craig and Chris Kaprosky with the Kaprosky Agency, part of the Goosehead family. And man, oh man, Craig and Chris Kaprosky over the years have built their reputation the right way. They're upfront, they're honest, they're always working to find their clients the best possible coverage at the best possible price. We're talking home, auto, flood, umbrella, specialty coverage. Craig and Chris shop the market for you, comparing top insurance companies so you don't have to. They've helped families just like mine countless times. I'm forever grateful to the Kaproskys. Me, my daughter, my son, making the process simple, stress-free, and saving real dollars along the way. You want straight answers and coverage you can count on? Call Craig and Chris Kaprosky with Goosehead Insurance today. Listen, they're easy to get a hold of. Craig.Kaprosky at Goosehead.com. That's Craig.Kaprosky, Koproski at Goosehead.com, or call them 478-8422, 478-8422, because the right insurance isn't just about policies. It's about people you can trust.
The Players' Championship returns to TPC Sawgrass March 10th through 15th. Experience golf's most iconic stage with enhanced food and beverage offerings, interactive fan attractions, and an atmosphere built for every type of fan. See the best players in the world, including world #1 Scottie Scheffler, 2025 champion Rory McIlroy, and fan favorite Brooks Koepka take on the legendary Stadium Course and the famous Island Green. Tickets available at theplayers.com.
Hi, this is Lisa the Botanista with Freedom Boat Club. Did you know you can trade in your boat for a membership? Keep using a boat with no maintenance. Be honest. Do you have a love-hate relationship with your boat? Been at the ramp, backing down the trailer all by yourself, then after a long hot day on the water, you're cleaning alone because your whole crew disappeared? With Freedom Boat Club, trade the chores for pure fun. No maintenance, storage, or stress. It's boating made simple. Find out why so many boaters are trading in their boats for a membership. Visit us at freedomboatclub.com.
Hey, gang, if, like mine, your lawn took a beating this winter, listen up. Turn like I did to my friends at Julington Creek Pest Control. If you live out in St. Johns County, you know they're the bellwether. They're the standard, and they've just started the first of 3 rounds of premium granular fertilizer. No cheap liquid fertilizer here. No custom blended for Northeast Florida's lawns. Their certified technicians give that slow-release nutrients, rebuilding your lawn thick, strong, and green over time. Plus, they protect your home from pests and termites as well. Call Julington Creek Pest Control today. Our family's serving yours since 1984.
Get geared up for your golf weekend with Dan, Jeff, and PGA pros on Brunch with the Tour.
Expect anything different?
Tuesday morning at 8:30. Teed up by Clearwater Irrigation on Jacksonville's Golf Station. 1010XL.
After attending a Saturday Bumps and Bruises clinic by Southeast orthopedic specialist, my son's hip and shoulder issues were diagnosed quickly, and he's back playing. As a busy family, we really appreciate their prompt attention.
I've been having knee problems for probably 6 months, and I had heard about Southeast Orthopedics on the radio, and I gave them a call. They got me right in. Dr. Kevin Murphy did it. It was painless, and it's been doing fantastic.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
The experts at AMCO have been fixing cars for almost 60 years. Over that time, they've gotten more complex than ever. That's why our techs undergo rigorous training and certifications, so they can fix anything, including the most complicated repairs that come with some of the latest technologies. After 60 years, there's nothing we haven't seen or fixed. It's how we know cars inside and out.
Money tight? We can finance almost anybody. Find the AMCO transmissions nearest you at amcojacksonville.com.
What defines a hero? Dedication, loyalty, courage. Every day at AMCO, we serve heroes. For over 60 years, we've repaired and maintained the most critical public service vehicles. From complex transmissions to simple brake jobs with flexible financing and the extra safety precautions we need. The heroes we serve don't all wear uniforms. They're people like you. At AMCO, we're proud to serve all of you. AA MCO.
Family owned and operated in Jacksonville, Orange Park, St. Augustine, and St. Mary's, Georgia.
Welcome to Key Buick GMC, proudly family-owned and operated since 1943. Come see why they're North Florida's new and pre-owned truck center, conveniently located on Southside and JTB, just minutes from the St. John's Town Center. At Key Buick GMC, every new vehicle comes with our lifetime powertrain warranty. Key Buick GMC, we are professional grade. Online at keybuickgmc.com. Lifetime powertrain warranty covers engine, transmission, drivetrain only. Exclusions apply. See dealer for details.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists is not affiliated with the NFL or the Jacksonville Jaguars. Discussion regarding injuries is solely based on opinion. Coming up, the weekly Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Medical Report featuring Dr. Kevin Murphy, a board-certified orthopedic surgeon specializing in sports medicine, upper extremities, and arthroscopy of the shoulders and knees. Dr. Murphy is a nationally and internationally recognized orthopedic expert. He's a former orthopedic consultant to the White House and the Pentagon, and currently serves as head team physician for UNF and Northeast Florida area high schools.
All right, on the spot reporting, a couple things as we bring in Doc Murphy. First, Max Homa and Cheeseburger, Daniel Berger both just teed off on 10, so I watched those two guys hit. And also, we're being told by the eye in the sky, traffic is backed up to the town center if you're coming down JTB.
Ooh.
Heading towards the players.
That's gotten more and more every year. Shouldn't it be the other way? You should have more.
You got to come from the other direction, boys.
I got news for you. That'll go up over the Palm Valley Bridge. Don't kid yourself.
Yeah.
So, shout out Holmes, 81-year-old Holmes. You know what his plan was for Saturday?
What?
His plan was, can you get me a ticket for Saturday? Well, of course I can.
Uh-huh.
I was going to ride over, take the shuttle in.
Oh, yeah.
That's the love of the game, man.
Holmes loves it. Doc Murphy loves it. Let's get Doc Murphy in here right now. Doc, good morning, sir.
Morning, boys.
Morning,
yeah,
Doc.
Traffic is literally, I just drove in. Traffic is backed up past 295. like all lanes.
I'm not laughing at you people. I'm sorry.
Man, that's tough, bro. I feel for y'all.
Yeah.
I mean, we had people say they're going to stop by and seeing us this morning. Maybe not, depending on how it progresses at that stage. I had to deal with one of the long-standing traffic traditions here in Jacksonville. I forgot. I haven't tried to go north across that Buckman in a lot of years. I did that. Tried to do that yesterday about 5:30 in the afternoon. Yeah, it took about an hour and 10 minutes to get where I was going, so that was rough.
Doc, let's talk about the Max Crosby situation, man. I mean, it smells a little bit to me, but from a doctor's perspective, what did they say in looking at his knee? It was meniscus surgery, I do believe. What did they tell the organization that would make them say the trade is off?
Well, he's got some arthritis. I mean, they talked about the meniscus, but also that he had some issues with the bone, meaning he had worn cartilage down to the bone probably. So he's got an arthritic knee, and he's got a shelf life now. So they can put a number and say, well, predictably, a guy's got a worn out knee. He's going to need cleanup surgery every year. He's going to miss X number of games from swelling and pain. And he's probably got a shelf life of, 3 to 5 years tops.
Well, Doc, let me ask you this. I mean, with sight unseen, how many other edge rushers does that apply to? You just don't know, or you know what I'm saying?
Probably
it feels hard. It feels like a lot of guys have knee surgery. Do they all develop arthritis, or only some?
Yeah, probably most all of them. They're all 280, 95-pound guys.
Right.
Pounding their knees, and if you have meniscus surgery and you remove some of that cushion, you're going to get some arthritis. So, it's like baseball. If you MRI every pitcher in Major League Baseball, they're going to have labral tears. You want to MRI everybody's knee in the NFL, they're all going to have beat up meniscus and some arthritis. But once you get a picture of it and say it's grade 4 down bone to bone, they're like, wait a minute, do I really want to put 2 first rounders out for that?
And that's reason for the trade to be disqualified. Yeah, I mean that's valid.
Well, if you have anything that they were unaware of in the medical report that says we were unaware he had grade 4 severe arthritis of his knee, therefore we can pull out.
Yeah, and it's just I don't know. The NFL is such a year-to-year league, though. I know, there's no question he's playing this year. It's not going to affect, he's off and running, and he's got 2 years left.
Well, this isn't new, Dan. This arthritis has been there. It didn't just happen because of this new meniscus tear. That's been there. So he's been playing on that at a high level, and it's just a matter of how long do they think he can do that.
Well, maybe next time before you agree to the trade and, send all the dominoes in effect, maybe should we be in a situation where players – got to get those things done before free agency starts, and then or
I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah, there should be some due diligence on their part to say, to look at that. And maybe somebody wasn't forthcoming, and that may be part of it too, contractually. If he didn't tell them that he was about to go undergo surgery, that they could back out as well.
I would say this, and I totally understand what you're saying, and 100% agree, and that's your part of it. The medical side is your part of it, and the area of expertise, and you're 100% correct. My complaint with Baltimore would be, hey, we made this trade. We gave up 2 number 1s. He's here for the physical. Hey, there's some arthritis, blah, blah, blah. Hey, did you hear that Hendrickson's market's coming down, that we don't have that he's not going to get we can get him without giving up 2 number 1s. Yeah, let's rescind this trade.
Yeah, what do you mean? You don't believe the GM that they were actually planning to get them both?
Yeah, no.
Right?
No.
You're not buying that one? I thought that was rich. He had me until then.
Yeah.
Doc, just to confirm, Tiger not going to be able to play the players this year?
Oh, no.
Tiger's back.
Well, we'll ask Doc about a back. Tell us about Rory and what you think he felt. What did they call it? Tweak?
It sounds like back spasms. If your back feels fine, Doc, and then you go play golf and then you swing a certain way, is it any different than us guys when you reach for the shower the wrong way and you pinch something? I mean, what do you think it is exactly? I think they said spasms, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's the same thing we all get every now and again. I think he did a workout in the morning, and I don't know if he had somebody, trainer working on him, or and it flared up. So I don't know if hadn't heard he'd had back problems. It was one of those little, like he said, he just a spasm in the back that he didn't feel like he could play. I'm sure he'll be out there playing.
Doc, I'll ask you a question I think is a fair one. How do you know as a recreational golfer? Because for me, sometimes when I have a backache, if I go play golf, that motion doing that, it feels better. There are other times you have a backache and you get to a certain part of your swing, like, eek. Do you listen to your body one way or the other, or any thoughts on that?
Yeah, that's a great question. Little tweaks like he probably had, you probably could play through that. He might not have played as well as he'd like, is probably why he bailed. But if you have nerve pain, if you get a jolt that goes down your leg, that's a bigger deal. That's something pushing on the nerve that could be a herniated disc that you don't want to play through. But, garden variety back pain, as you said, as you get rotating and move that around, it sometimes will loosen up for you.
We hear herniated disc a lot, Doc, and it's become almost cliche. Define herniated disc again, and if a disc is herniated, if you ease off, like without surgery, does it repair itself? What exactly are you dealing with when you have that differentiation of an injury?
Yeah, so a hernia, so the disc, between the vertebral bodies and the spine, there's a disc. It's a gelatinous material within a sheath. So it's kind of a cushion, a little, if you can picture the thing compressing and expanding because it's kind of fluid filled. And so a herniation of the disc is that material leaves that little sheath, and part of that material sits on the nerve. So it exited the sheath and it herniated out of there, and it's pushing on the nerve. And that gives you the pain down the leg. Now, that will statistically go away in a year. It resorbs. But if you have pain down your leg, you can't wait a year for that to happen. So most of them that are herniated and giving you pain down the leg, you get a microdiscectomy where you go take that material out and remove it take the pressure off the nerve.
All right, my man. Anything else?
Gary Woodland.
Oh, yeah. What is PTSD, Doc?
Well, PTSD is typically associated with, it's post-traumatic stress disorder.
Right.
Usually military things, police, people that have traumatic events in their life. But there's certain signals in your brain is where that comes from. And he had a meningioma. He had a brain tumor, a benign tumor that was pushing on parts of his brain.
Okay.
And apparently they weren't able to remove all of that because it was wrapped around his optic nerve.
Okay.
You just got to learn to live with it, Doc? What's his best case?
More than likely. If there's still some in there pushing on certain parts of his brain, that may never go away if it's in those signal areas in that area of the brain. So he may have continual problems with it, but, it's tough. He had surgery in 23 and he's still dealing with it. So in all likelihood, it's going to be something he deals with long term.
It's tough, and I appreciated his interview. Doc, we appreciate you as always. You going to make it out here one day this week?
Yeah, I'm probably coming out today and Saturday.
All right, my man. Look for you.
Well, I'll be out here with Holmes on Saturday. Maybe I'll look you up.
Yeah, we'll find you.
All right,
all right, Doc. Appreciate you, man.
All right, boys.
There he goes. Best in the business.
Thank you. There you go. Southeast Orthopedic Specialist, sc-ortho.com. A golf tournament, Jeff, is 72 holes. Is that correct?
Supposed to be if you play well.
If you play your first hole, and you want to talk about drill karma, that's what I'm all about.
Yeah,
if I watch you have greatness.
Okay.
I walked out here on number 10. You're playing the back nine, which number 11's a par 5. You're almost always going to birdie that sucker. Your Max Homa, you hit a drive in the fairway.
And Berger.
And then your Max Homa, and you hole out from the fairway.
Oh, he just made that? I didn't hear
2.
I didn't hear a roar.
Well, I saw -2, and he's played one hole.
No, I get
Jack,
it.
can you confirm?
Wow, that's great. Jacko out here, the best.
The legend.
Jack's been doing TBC updates since they were at Sawgrass Country
They
Club.
say if there was a Hall of Fame for leaderboard updates,
that 100%,
it would be called. He wouldn't be a member. It would be called the Jack O'Brien Hall of Fame.
Wow,
that's how good he is.
I believe it.
At the leaderboard updates, that's what every other 1010 XL member who gets to read the leaderboard should strive for.
Yeah, we don't strive for the Ford Fricke Award around
No.
here. No, it's the leaderboard report.
The leaderboard up. There's no one
First ballot
who does it better than Jacko. He doesn't hit, though, I think he's scheduled at 10 o'clock today, Jacko. Is that correct?
Well, this is what makes him best in the business. You got to be
He's
here
get a
2 hours
feel.
early.
I get a feel.
He doesn't want to be stuck in that traffic everyone's stuck in. Huh?
So true.
Jack knows what he's doing here. Don't
Legend.
mess with Jack.
Been doing this a while.
All right, well, look, come back with
But anyway,
more.
if you're Max Homa, can you say, hey, look, I'm done. I'm the leader. I'm out.
No.
I don't want to play the other 71.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll go birdie 11, though.
I'm 2 under through 1, and, we'll see what he does the rest on the back 17.
And then 12's the short one, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you can make a little hay right
Sure.
here, Maxie.
Yeah, I'm not
Mad
afraid.
Max.
I'm not afraid to walk around the corner and see what he does on 11.
I'm not afraid.
Yeah.
We might have some elevator music when we get back, though.
Nah, we'll try to make it back. I was out there watching. I was closer to the tee than you, so I saw.
You saw Max too?
Yeah, Holman Berger. Max hit a little draw. Homa hit a little fade, and then whoever that third hack was with him just yanked some iron left into the bunker like he let me swing the club for him. So there's all that. Back with more next. You're listening to The Drill.
It's like our guy.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. 1010XL.
That's like a field trip to heaven.
Jacksonville Sports Radio. The Players Championship. Here's a 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Leaderboard Update.
Sponsored by Julington Creek Pest Control and Green Acres Sporting Goods. The Players has just gotten underway with golfers teeing off in round 1. The tournament is looking wide open, but CBS Sports says the winner will come from the Elite 9. Scheffler, Henley, Fleetwood, Fowler, and others headline the pack. One of these guys is about to own Sawgrass. You're reminded, should you be headed out here, that parking is limited and encouraged to use the shuttle or ride share. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Leaderboard Update, sponsored by Renewal by Anderson. I'm Sam Nelson.
Beers Diamonds is where Jacksonville shops for engagement rings and fine diamond jewelry. Hicken here. Beers Diamonds in the St. John's Town Center stands out in a big way. They're local. The Lupos are part of our community for more than 40 years. Money spent at Beards doesn't go to Wall Street. It stays right here. Here's the best part. You don't have to compromise on anything. Best selection of diamonds in Northeast Florida, hands down. All hand-picked by the local owner. Beards doesn't have to jack up prices to meet a corporate bottom line. They don't have commissioned salespeople. They have trusted advisors. Beards has all the top names in bridal jewelry. Tacori, Veragio, dozens more Beards guarantees to give you a better price, better value, period. Listen, a lot of those chain jewelry stores are all owned by the same mega conglomerate. Different names, all the same owner. Not Beards, locally owned alternative, beholden to the people of Jacksonville. Us, not Wall Street. Don't buy a diamond ring or any piece of jewelry without talking to my friends at Beards. Shop local, shop Beards Diamonds at the St. John's Town Center.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking mumbo-jumbo. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from high heels to wagon wheels. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Gold and silver prices are near all-time highs. If you have old jewelry just laying around, Estates Roadshow wants to buy it. Gold and silver, old rings, chains, even broken jewelry. Don't wait. Cash in while gold and silver are hot. The Estates Roadshow is coming back to the First Coast March 16th through the 20th in St. Augustine at World Golf Renaissance and in Palm Coast at the Holiday Inn Express. For more info, visit estatesroadshow.com or follow Estates Roadshow on Facebook to see all upcoming local events and locations.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
All right, Jacksonville, you know spring has officially arrived when the pollen's flying, the grass is growing, and your septic system starts thinking about getting your attention. Trust me, a simple pump out now can save you from a disaster that'll have the whole neighborhood holding their noses. That's why you call Duck Rooter the only master septic contractor in Northeast Florida. Real pros, not somebody guessing with a shovel. Right now, schedule your spring septic clean and get $50 off septic tank pumping. When you're stuck, call the Duck, 904-862-6769 or duckduckrooter.com.
Spring break means road trip, beach days, and time on the road. Before you pack the car and head out, make sure your vehicle is ready with a visit to Big Chief Tire. From tire checks to brake service and routine maintenance, their expert technicians will ensure your car is road trip ready. With 6 convenient Jacksonville locations, trusted service is always nearby. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com or call 904-932-0950 to schedule your appointment today. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
Yeah, I know how awful it is to get injured, but not like my friend Tom who got rear-ended last year. Tom McMahon is here. Morgan & Morgan can help you. They're the largest personal injury law firm in the nation. 1,000 lawyers, 100 offices across the nation, and over $30 billion recovered. And guess what? They don't get a single penny unless you do. A proven track record with backup. Hard to find these days, but not with Morgan & Morgan. For the people, that's right. Get injured due to someone's neglect, get paid. Dial Pound Law or check out forthepeople.com.
Discover downtown Jacksonville's newest go-to spot. Pour Tap Room Jacksonville brings you 2 floors of over 80 self-pour craft beers, wines and cocktails, plus live sports, live music, and private event space. And right next door, Pizza Dynamo fires up made-to-order pizzas, slices and calzones, packed with bold flavor. Pair a pint with a fresh pie at Pizza Dynamo and Pour Tap Room, downtown at Laura and Forsyth.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
All right, we are back here at the Players. Boy, fireworks early. One of the first groups off. Max Homa off 10. Jars it from the fairway to start 2 under par through 1.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Got to go birdie 11 now. You got to play 11 great, and then all of a sudden you can, you're off and running.
And, the front sets up that same kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
If you can birdie 1, 2.
What if you go eagle?
Yeah, 2. Yeah, you could.
You could do that.
But, when you go 2 is also a birdie. Any par 5 for these pros is a birdie hole. There's not a par 5 on tour that wouldn't be considered a birdie hole. They hit it so far, they can't make it too far for them to be around the green.
There's only 2 guys under par so far. Old Mother Hubbard is 1 under.
What's he played? 2 holes?
Yeah, they're all just starting, but they're all.
But Max is 2 under.
Yeah,
he did. He jarred it from the 10 fairway.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
They're so impressive to watch these guys swing.
By the way, I don't know. We're in a new location this year, and I'm not sure. I need to bring you in on this.
Talk to me.
When we were kids, we would meet you in a clandestine spot if you wanted to SSW.
Dan's on the prowl here.
What's happened here is 2 times this morning already. I've gotten a waft of the SSW.
Wow. Okay.
Now, I'm wondering if the buzz is, hey, meet me behind the 10-10 tent.
We're like the hot spot.
Oh, yeah, we're a hot spot.
We're like the Walmart of the Players Club.
We're a hot spot for partaking in the SSW.
It's more common, that's for sure.
It's definitely more common.
I thought today the kids just kind of fired up wherever.
I guess they are.
But
maybe they're not.
But to be fair, it's not just the kids these days. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
I will say this: it wasn't an overpass. They didn't pop a squat and sit. Yeah, because I never detected.
Token go.
Yeah. Well, there you go. That's the kind of insight we give you as we return to the beautiful TBC Sawgrass.
Just keeping it real out here.
Yeah.
I love it. That's what we do.
I'll tell you, Max Homa, he's waking bacon. He's red hot after an eagle. An eagle on number 10, his first hole of the morning. And again, this 10 tee is probably the place to be here on Thursday because these early morning groups also going to include Scheffler and others in about an hour.
One of the guys that I liked at running back who I was interested in got released, and he has signed on with the Chargers. He got a 2-year, $9.25 million deal.
It's about the same as Rodriguez.
About the same as Rodriguez, and that's Keaton Mitchell.
Okay, yeah.
That dude looked
Some explosiveness.
Remember, he blew his knee out a couple years ago.
Yeah.
But he was back. But he always has yards per carry.
Yeah.
He's an explosive dude.
And when the problem is he plays in Baltimore where Derrick Henry's rarely hurt, and so he is a good, trustable backup who you don't really ever need or have to use.
I like that.
And they had 3 Who's the third one I'm forgetting? Because Mitchell was actually
they've had a
second on the depth chart. But even this past year, there was shame on my fantasy football.
That's why you don't win.
No, settle down. Who was that other dude?
Did you play this year?
No, I'm out.
You're out.
Yeah.
You didn't play this past year?
That's correct. I'm out. Yeah.
Okay. This was the first year you jumped out.
Yeah, and I missed it for like half a second and then didn't miss it at all. But man, I'm heavy into the DraftKings.
Well,
stuff.
you play those.
I can do it week to week, and you don't get stuck by drafting 3 guys that are out for the year by October.
Yeah.
So I kind of prefer to do it that way. FSU basketball got a nice win last night, 18-14. It's too bad they caught fire so late. I don't see them anywhere in Lenardi's projections. Even if they beat Duke, does that get them? Could that get them?
They have to win. But I'm going to give Luke Laux credit. I thought he said the right thing, and he's right. He goes, I don't think, and he was just doing. He said, look, I'm not saying we should be in the tournament, but I don't think there's 25 teams playing better basketball than we are right now. That's a fair statement.
Yeah, I don't know what the number would be, but
over the last 12. I mean, they're very competitive.
What's missing though is a marquee win. You can't. You're not one of the top 25 if you haven't beaten a top 25 team.
What's the line on Duke FSU today?
Okay, without looking,
because I know that
I'm going to say it's
FSU played them tight earlier.
Well, Duke's got a couple guys out.
They do?
Yeah, they got a guard, and then Nwango, is that who it is? The center dude? Those guys are both – one may miss the tournament, and they're both missing the ACC tournament. So that'll help. I'm going to guess with the injuries
5.5?
I think it's a little more than that. I bet you it's 8.
Okay.
But I bet you. I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got here.
But anyway, as you check that out, credit to them. They were like 1-6 or 1-5 in the ACC, and they've rallied back. They'll be an NIT team, and I would think I think they're a Final Four NIT team for sure. And is it big?
And I almost said 11, and I didn't. 17.5. That's too many.
Yeah, I'm riding FSU.
17.5.
Yeah.
Again, Duke. I read yesterday that has a couple of injuries.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a big number.
That's a big number.
I don't feel like Duke is this. There seems to be this impression out there that Duke, I guess because they beat Michigan, is this overwhelming favorite or is somehow better than these other 3 or 4.
No.
I don't get that at all.
I'll take our chances with Duke.
In fact, of those 3 tough games, UConn, Arizona, and Duke, I thought Duke was the one we most should have won.
Yeah.
They were the.
Oh, we had them.
Yeah, they weren't any tougher than
UConn. They hit that
right.
3 that got us, and
Isaiah
then Boogie
Evans.
bounced
That's
it off
right.
his foot.
That's
something.
right.
Yeah.
I don't. That's the one thing that behooves Florida going into this. The teams that beat them early barely are playing that same good basketball, and Florida's playing light years better than when they played those teams early in the season. So, just an interesting dynamic. UCF got a needed win last night. They could have found themselves on the wrong side had they not beaten a pretty good Cincinnati team. So, they're probably in.
The conference tournaments this year don't seem to have as much at stake, maybe.
I just feel like I think that's a byproduct of it.
Because everything's become so chalky. The good teams are really good.
Yeah, I feel it's really top heavy. We talked, about getting all number 1 seeds rarely happen. We were close, or did we even do it last year? We were close last year. We didn't do it with all 1 seeds a year ago. This year, and the Elite 8 may be 1s and 2s.
Yeah.
It just feels like that group that ends at like Michigan State is outside of that group. I mean, it's hard for me to find a team I could pencil in winning it all.
Yeah.
So I really think more strongly on 1. Like there's some years you think a 3 could do it or a 4.
Right.
It doesn't, and they could. I mean, Gonzaga's probably going to be a 3. I guess they could.
We need. Listen, I want. I'm riding with the Gators, but I understand that college basketball will be interesting if it goes chalky like it did last year. In other words, that damages the tournament a little bit. If the 4 number 1s. Last year was all 4 number 1s.
It was all. I knew.
I'm almost positive.
I know it was. Yeah, Duke and Houston.
Yeah.
Auburn and Florida.
Yeah, 4 number 1s. But
the year before, remember, NC State made a run all the way to the 4.
But this is what we're seeing with the NIL. So let's see how it goes. Now look, Kentucky spent $22 million. They're not great this year, but they've had injuries. I just think it's going to be interesting that if something like that occurs again, in other words, you might have some upsets, but you better have your upsets on the first weekend because after that, I don't know. Now, we could be wrong. Maybe it'll all get blown up. Maybe they'll prove us incorrect. Let's do this. Let's grab a break. We got to catch up a little bit. Golfers out on the course. We'll see how Homa does on 11, and we'll get that to you and that more next right here on The Drill.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
It's golf's biggest stage this side of the majors, and 1010XL has you inside the ropes.
Get live Southeast Orthopedic Specialist leaderboard updates.
Teed up by Surfside Pools, San Jose Collision, and Lucas Tree Service. The Players' Championship. Here's a 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist leaderboard update.
Sponsored by Firehouse Subs and Constellation Brands. Tens of thousands of golf fans are in Northeast Florida this week. If you want to be on site at TPC Sawgrass this year, Friday and Saturday are sold out. Today's opening round and Sunday's final round are the only days with any availability left, and even those are running low. And it's forecasted weather may delay some afternoon tee-off times. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist leaderboard update, sponsored by Hollis Pools. I'm Sam Nelson.
Here's hoping for a Raise the Roof football season. And here's knowing Next Gen Roofing is up for any job. Game day or storm season, you need a team you can trust. And you know what? You don't need a glitzy roofing company. No shortcuts, no gimmicks, no nonsense. Solid roofs at competitive prices and a commitment to the First Coast community. Right now, save up to $300 on your next roof replacement. When you need a roof, you need Next Gen Roofing. Team with you, it's a win every time.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level, and the stakes, oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hey, gang, garage doors don't usually fail all at once. Symptoms, they get loud, they start shaking, they struggle to open, and then one morning, boom, they don't open. Action Garage Door Services is there to help with a comprehensive garage door safety tune-up for $79, normally $149. They'll inspect your springs, your rollers, your cables. They'll lubricate all the moving parts. They'll make minor adjustments and make sure your door is safe and running the way it should. So all you got to do now is you go to GarageDoor911.com. That's GarageDoor911.com. Take you right to Action Garage Door. Sign up with Jeff Bernard, and his guys will do the rest. It's real easy. And by the way, you know, if you need a garage door opener, they'll take great care of you as well. Those are awesome. But if you want to get it fixed up, running smooth, check up, that's what they'll do. They'll do that for you for $79. So go to Garage Door 911 and get Action Garage Door out to solve your problems. Action Garage Door, premium parts, premium service, premium people.
It's not girl talk, it's sports talk.
Let's talk football.
Tom McManus adds his helmet to the heels with Lauren Brooks and Taylor Dahl. Afternoons 2 to 4. Fought for you by Green Law Group on 1010XL.
Hey, gang, are high-interest credit cards and other loans kind of sucking the life out of your finances and your disposable income? It's time to say no more. Let Loan Pronto tap the equity in your home and get the cash you need now. You can pay it all off. Corey and Jack called Loan Pronto. In a matter of days, they had $160,000. They kept their 3% mortgage intact. Didn't even need an appraisal. And with all that cash, they wiped out all their credit cards and 2 car loans, saving $2,000 a month. You can do it too. LoanPronto.com. Their rapid equity loan program can get you $100,000, $200,000, even $500,000 in cash. Chloe and Ethan did it. Consolidated all their high interest debt into one super low monthly payment. Gave them an extra $1,000 a month. Imagine, pay off all the credit cards, slash your monthly payments, breathe easier, get your financial life back. Interest rates are at 3-year lows. Call Loan Pronto to 904-999-1508. It's Loan Pronto, 904-999-1508. As always, you go to loanpronto.com.
Find the Celt in you. March 14 and 15 at the St. Augustine Celtic Music and Heritage Festival with Celtic bands, Highland Games, St. Patrick's Parade and more. CelticStAugustine.com. Sponsored by St. John's County TDC.
Royal Pest Services, a local company you can trust. Royal Pest is a certified installer of tap insulation, which stands for thermal, acoustic, and pest control. Reduce that electric bill by adding pest protection. It's that easy. Online at RoyalPestServices.com.
Attention men and women. If you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally found the most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry and receive a free hair and scalp examination and get 2 weeks of laser treatments for free. Call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Hairforme.com.
Hey, Hicken here, and I want to tell you about Beach's Dermatology. And my doctor, Dr. Metz. I've been going to Dr. Metz for, I don't know how many years, decades. I got the scars to prove it. Listen, Jets, I love the beach. I love to play golf. I love Florida. I love to go to my kids' games in the hot sun all weekend long. Summer's basically here, and the sun will be shining. Don't forget your sunscreen. Trust me on this. You need to go get checked out today. It's more important than you think. Give Beach's Dermatology a call online at beachesdermatology.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
That place exploded last night when Soto hit that home run. Man, that is a fun event. The Dominicans and Venezuela and the DR won. Soto, Tatis hit a home run through the bat a mile. It was great.
It was a heck of a bat flip. It was like
That's frowned upon, right? The
Huh?
bat flip, that's frowned
Well,
upon.
it's been more accepted, but his was unique. He like swung and then just, it's like it exploded off his shoulder almost. It was
One time Soto was on first and there was a base hit to right field to your guy,
Ronald,
who was on the loser team.
Buddy, the tournament's not over. Okay?
And
don't you worry about my guy. He's fine. That's the least of my worries.
Soto stopped at second and Ronald gave him the go. Like, I dare you. You know, it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
So, and Soto gave
Those
him
are
a
two of the
smile.
best players in the world.
Yeah.
And Acuna's a little off the rail. I saw the listing of the top baseball players, and if you think a healthy Ronald Acuna is the 11th best player in the league, then God bless you. Not you, though, whoever made the list. But again, coming off the injury, and it's been a couple of injury-prone years, quite frankly. I'm worried about my Braves, but that's another story for another day as we get ready for the players. And when I say get ready, the big boys are about to step on stage.
Are they?
Yeah, that's coming soon. In fact, right now at 8:28 on the 10T, it's going to be Akshay Bhatia, Brooks Koepka, Tony Finau.
Oh.
So that's what we got here at 8. And the next group, Colin Morikawa, Ludwig Oberg, Siwoo Kim. And then that's followed up 8:52 with Scotty Scheffler, Tommy Fleetwood, Justin Thomas. So this is a pretty good little stretch. We're probably going to start to see a little bit of a caravan coming down the 10T in the next 30 minutes or so,
folks,
because
yeah.
this is, when I said basically 8:30 to 8:50, these are the three groups we were talking about, and that includes Akshay Bhatia. He's an interesting story. What a story, in fact. I don't think his story's been told.
Homa, by the way, birdied.
So he's 3 under through
yeah,
2?
He's 3 under through 2.
I like Max Homa. I'd like to see him do well. He's, he had that, he bottled it up there for about 6 months and looked like he was ready to emerge, and like so many of them that reached that point.
And then Mackenzie
put it in
Hughes.
reverse.
Mackenzie Hughes went bogey, eagle. So
he's on the front then.
No.
Oh,
10
he's
and
here
11.
too. Okay.
Yeah. He might be playing with Homa.
No, Homa, Berger, and Thorbjornsen.
Oh, Thorbjornsen.
Not Thorbjornsen, another Thorbjornsen, a different guy. I think.
It's Thorbjornsen.
There's two of them though.
There is?
I thought. I could be wrong.
Well, I don't.
It's not.
It's twin?
Oh, that's Michael Thorbjornsen, right?
Yeah,
Oh, never mind. The guy on the 10 introduced him wrong. He mangled his name.
Did he?
Yeah. I'm sorry, Michael Thorbjornsen.
That's one of E's guys.
Yeah, Thorbjornsen's a good player, by the way. I would have
Yeah.
never called him a hack. He called him Thurbinson or something. I thought we just had,
You picked him one week.
I did.
Yeah, he did. He didn't do well that
No,
week,
he
did
did not.
But yeah, boys are off and playing. It's right now. It's perfect.
Yeah, it's soft.
I'm sure it's soft as it's gonna be.
The sun's not baking on you. It's a perfect time.
I heard
to
the
score.
greens are rolling really quick.
Good.
So
I like that, and so do they.
Yeah.
Pros like that as well.
Yeah. So it'll be fun. It's gonna be a fun week, and we'll see. We'll see if anybody can go low. But Homa, what a terrific start! If he can grab a bird on 12, get to 4 under, man, I'd be like, okay, I'm good. Just par on in. Easier said than done, though. So
I'm interested in James Gladstone's press conference a little bit later today. The timing of it to me is a bit odd. They usually come a week after you're completely done, and you.
I don't know. I don't know if they usually do it after the first week.
Do they? Yeah, I feel like they bring the players in, and I
think a few GMs had some pressers yesterday.
Yeah. That's fair. But did those GMs have pressers after the season? Because we got that one.
Yeah.
I don't. It seems early. I think it does indicate this, whether it's usually now or a little later.
Uh-huh.
I don't remember like big signings coming after the GM gives you kind of the state of where we're at. I could be wrong. We'll maybe get some of those answers.
Yeah.
When I said it this way after winning 13 last year, the popular sports metaphor this day, whether it comes to a player, or a coach, or in this case a GM, let Jimmy Gladstone cook. But the foundation is in such good shape, and the salary cap maybe not so much, that maybe this is an offseason you just need to let James Gladstone simmer, right? And one thing is clear from their postseason evaluations: they like who they got. They kept everyone. I mean, we lost Dewey, Lloyd, and ETN. I mean, every other small to large piece they either had under contract and kept or opted to keep. So, I think a couple of things are signaled by this crickets chirping free agency period, which I'm not saying it critically. I'm okay with it. Is one, a belief in Bashal Tootin, right? You didn't go pick up a running back of consequence who becomes, even 1 and 1A on your depth chart, right? Bashal Tootin is 1 and there ain't no 1B. And so I think
I don't believe that.
Okay.
I think Chris Rodriguez will be given every chance to win the job.
The only problem with Chris Rodriguez in winning that job is he's been in Washington and backs that aren't awesome. He's not.
I thought
won the job.
I thought the kid
Krosky Merritt.
Yeah. Had a good year.
He did.
Yeah.
But that's kind of Tootin to Rodriguez here.
Krosky Merritt had a much better year than.
No. My point is Rodriguez not playing over.
We're talking about Chris Rodriguez had more yards last year than Bashal Tootin.
Sure.
So I'm not 1 and 2. No, I think it's job open compete.
I will see. We'll see what they say. I think what they'll say is competition always reigns.
Well, they'll say that.
It'll be presented that way. I would be.
Who's higher paid?
It would be shocking to me.
Who's higher paid?
If you went and got Chris Rodriguez to be your number 1 back, that would be a big.
I don't know that they got him to get the number 1 back. I think
insurance.
I think they like him. Now, I haven't talked to anybody yet.
No, I hear you.
I'm speculating. I think they really. One thing I like about this group, they find guys that I don't know much about. Like I didn't know Chris Rodriguez was an unrestricted free agent.
Well, he hadn't been on the list.
But I know of him, and I like him. But they unearth dudes. I like how they unearth dudes. And they did that last year when they brought
raised the floor.
Raised the floor.
Yeah, and they did.
I'm here to tell you that my belief is that Chris Rodriguez, Bashal Tootin, have at it, boys, and maybe a draft pick. Y'all compete.
Well, and you do have
the only one I don't.
DJ Dallas.
The only one the other two I don't see.
Right, they will never be featured backs. They don't get.
Yeah.
They don't. They're very rarely.
I think this is a
feature back.
And this is a bad name for Jag fan, but he was a good running back. Maybe like a Chris Ivory at his best.
But Ivory may have led the league in rushing before we signed him, Hick.
Oh, no. I'm just saying the type of running back.
Okay. The thing that I would be most optimistic about with Rodriguez is that
Chris Rodriguez among 48 running backs at 20-25 yards after contact attempt second.
Well, they look at those things. That's why you pay. And by the way, you're getting him for such a fraction of what you would have had to pay for ETN.
Rushing success rate, whatever that means,
sure.
8th.
Okay, great. And I'll add this while you continue to look at those numbers.
No.
What also makes me feel optimistic about him is he just had his best year. He got his most opportunity this last year, and he did 5 yards. He ran for 500 yards at 5 yards a pop.
Yeah.
And those are better averages and ratios than even ETN was given the Jaguars. So, yeah, you might be right. I mean, if he is an ascending player, maybe he is that guy. These happen in free agent. They had played 2 or 3 years somewhere, and either they've not developed to the point yet or they haven't had the opportunity, and they go somewhere, and wow, that's a 1,300-yard receiver.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's a 1,100-yard back. We'll see. But it feels to me like it's a doubling down on their confidence in Tootin. Because you didn't go get somebody who is accustomed to being a featured back. That's the one thing about Rodriguez.
For sure.
I don't know if has he had a start in Washington?
Yeah, I don't know. I think he was like 112 for 500 last year.
Yeah.
I think he has. It'll be fun. I think it'll be a fun battle. And
again, we are a team who is running.
Rodriguez is sort of a power back, right?
Yeah.
So we'll see.
I'm okay with it. I will say this: it's splashier than the complete no-name aspect that most Jag fans feel when they see that name.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not a fantasy football player, you've never heard of Chris Rodriguez. He didn't play enough for Washington.
Correct.
He didn't have enough moments.
I remember him from Kentucky.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah,
sure, because Kentucky.
And obviously, Liam Cohen remembers him from.
That's
Kentucky.
correct, and he did obviously. I would say obviously, but he did. We'll remind folks, play for Liam Cohen at Kentucky. Let's take a quick time out here, see if we can get somewhat back on track.
Oops,
live from the players.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Streaming live from the XL Digital Studios. Polished by Harbor Dental Care, the locally owned smile restoration experts. The Players Championship. Here's a 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Leaderboard update.
Sponsored by Campion Law and Lucas Tree Service. Brooks Koepka is back at TPC Sawgrass after 4 years away. One of golf's biggest villains turned headliners returns from Live Golf, trying to flip the script on a rough player's track record. Mark Herbert has gotten off to a good start, shooting a 3 and 1 under in his first round. Weather is forecasted to delay some of the afternoon tee times. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Leaderboard update, sponsored by Capital Glass and Showers Doors. I'm Sam Nelson.
Hey, Hickett here. Beat the spring cleaning rush and call our cleaning heroes at Zero Res. Spring and forward feels better on freshly cleaned carpets and floors. Let Zero Res remove lingering grime and prepare your home for the brighter days ahead. Check out all the great customer reviews online. 4.9 Google rating out of a 5. And this month, $50 per room of carpet clean, plus take 25% off hard floor cleaning. That's hardwood, it's tile, it's LVP. When you ask for the 1010 XL special, give them a call, 904-287-5727, 287-5727, or go online at ZeroResJacksonville.com. That's how you do it. Zero Res. Spell it forwards or backwards. Guess what? It spells the same. Zero Res.
Hey Jacksonville, this is Dr. George Bari. Bari Orthopedics is your choice when it comes to an injury. We're here for you and your loved ones to deliver excellent treatment and care fast the first time. Trust your care in our hands. Get same-day appointments for your injuries with 3 locations. If it hurts, ask us first. Bari Orthopedics.
Be sure and check out the expertise from Dr. George Bari and the entire staff at BariOrthopedics.com. That's BAHRI Orthopedics.com.
Did you know there's local savings sitting in your mailbox right now? Money Pages is packed with real coupons from your favorite local businesses. Save money at restaurants like Al's Pizza, on pet care at Forever Vets, and on entertainment for the whole family at the Alhambra Theater. Plus, make sure to download the Money Pages app for savings on the go.
Pages in your mailbox right now.
Firehouse Subs is adding a new heavy hitter to the roster, the Chicken and Cheddar Rancher. Grilled chicken, melted cheddar, crispy bacon stacked high with fresh toppings, creamy buttermilk ranch. The Chicken and Cheddar Rancher, only at Firehouse Subs.
Pickett here for Action Garage Door. Nothing more frustrating than your garage door misfiring. When it does, I call Action Garage Door. They take action. Jeff and Art and crew, Jacksonville folks, not some big out-of-town chain. Something goes wrong with your garage door, take action. Check them out. Garage Door 911, GarageDoor911.com.
If you are an experienced electrician looking for your next big opportunity, look no further than the Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller Electric, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering you the chance to showcase your skills on a grand scale. We believe in rewarding hard work with the best pay, top-notch benefits, and an unbeatable culture where people actually care about each other. Take your career to new heights with Miller Electric Company. Apply today at millercareers.com. Miller Electric, an equal opportunity employer.
In a sea of big box corporate chain jewelry stores here, Beard's Diamonds is a refreshing alternative.
I grew up in Jacksonville, and we have been shopping at Beard's for over 2 decades.
Meet Richard Skinner. Richard's journey with Beard's started when nobody could even come close on the engagement ring he wanted.
We did shop around that stone and that particular setup with different jewelers, and Beard's was able to come in significantly lower. It was a no-brainer.
Since then, he's become another voice in the word-of-mouth advertising that has made Beard's stronger than ever.
I have referred my friends and sisters and brothers, and they have all had a very, very pleasurable experience at Beard's. The selection is great. The staff is awesome. It's a well-run business that really does care about their clients and their customers.
And unlike the others at Town Center, Beard's is a locally owned family jeweler.
The fact that they're locally owned, it does give you a little bit more personal experience. They actually have a desire to better the city of Jacksonville.
Beard's Diamonds. Online at beardsdiamonds.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
All right, we're back here on the drill, and we're contemplating an awesome start to the event when one of your early groups is Max Homa, and he holds it on number 10 for an eagle right out the gates, and then he birdied 11, so Homa will be a name to watch early. He's a very popular player. He's a pretty good gallery. We're in a popular spot here as we've gone through the tee times. Scheffler and his group will be on the tee in a couple minutes. So there's a pretty powerful contingent coming through. What's wrong?
Easy come, easy go, Max. Must have went in the water on 12 because he doubled.
Okay, the short hole. That's
right back to one.
That's this golf course. You know, the stadium will give and the stadium will take. And after giving it to Max Homa,
he's gone eagle, birdie, double.
Wow, that sounds like well, except for the eagle, that sounds like just your
good Lord,
recreational
Max.
golfer would.
Bud Cauley now one of the co-leaders, along with Thor Bjornsson, Mackenzie Hughes.
Thor Bjornsson, huh? After that opening tee ball was no bueno.
Yeah, it was no bueno. There's a lot of guys that won.
Bud Cauley is an interesting story. He has actually played pretty well here early in the year, and Cauley's a local, played at Alabama. And had a terrible, was it a
car wreck?
Yeah. And I think it was off to a good start in his career.
Yeah.
Did Bud Cauley win?
Has he won?
Yeah, did he win on tour? If he didn't win, he definitely contended. And again, as a good ascending young player, that car accident derailed his career, and he's fought his way back.
He was buddies with JT and all them boys.
That's right. Yeah, and not far off from them when it comes to ceiling either.
No, he's a good story, and he's.
Is he 1 under then? Is 1 under lead right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he has never won a PGA Tour.
Yeah,
Wow. Several top 5s and top 10s. T3 at Charles Schwab, T4 at Valspar.
That happened at like Memorial, didn't it?
T6 at the Players, at the 2025 Players last year. T6.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Has one on the Corn Ferry. But yeah, made $10 million though. Good for him.
Yeah. Wow. Didn't that say something, huh? That's a young, and he's still a young guy. How old is he? 31, maybe?
Maybe a little older than
maybe.
that.
I guess he's JT's age. I'm not sure what that is either, though. To be honest, but so Bud Cauley, this is a tournament that's got a lot of history with locals.
Yes.
We talked about David Duval, Jack's resident, Mark McCumber. And these are guys born and raised Jacksonville guys who won this event. Fred Funk, a very popular transplant, was a winner here. KJ Choi, an international who called Ponte Vedra home for years and years and years, won here. We talked about Lynn Matisse and his near miss. Cam Smith, just a couple of years ago, an international trainer, won here. So, they say that you don't have that big of an advantage, the locals, when they play this golf course because they don't play this golf course. They're off playing golf.
Right.
If you've been on tour for 8 years and you've been able to play in the Players for 8 years, I don't know if Billy Horschel would have an advantage over you. And when they do play it here outside of season, it's nothing like what it plays like now.
Right.
Like if you come out here and play the Players in the middle of this summer, you're going to get a much different golf course, difficulty and otherwise, than if you come play the players today, or as some of those outings get to do. You get to play it on Monday. Have you ever done that? Have you ever come out and played it in the condition with the pins where they were? You know how they do that on Monday at the benefactors?
No.
I did that one year.
That's cool.
Yeah, and and
you also get the green speed, the rough, and everything.
Right,
else.
the pin position, same spot, so it's a real. It's kind of fun to know that you're hitting it right, dead on exactly where the best in the
one
golf
bit of good news that has occurred. Well, good and bad, but the David Ford kid, who everybody says is a real good young player, was the first alternate, and he's been hanging out here all week, hoping, and he was kind of, Rory's decision was going to affect David Ford. Well, someone else has pulled out with an illness, so David Ford is in the field. So anyway, Ryan Fox is out at WD, and I hope he's fine. He has illness, but David Ford does get to play, so that's kind of neat because I read all week how this guy David Ford, he was going to wait around all day just hoping that he would get in, and he's in. So take advantage of that, young man. Take advantage of that. So we'll see. But anyway, so yeah, he has made it in, and he will go. So what is this? Oh, okay. Just reading some stats on Morikawa, who's a lot of people's pick. A lot of people are on Colin Morikawa, and we'll see.
Yeah, I get wary when everybody, especially if it's a guy who's not a Scheffler or a McIlroy who can really flex on you for, a weekend or for a period of time. By the way, with the rain coming a little later this afternoon, we do have some wind starting to pick up just a little.
Mm-hmm.
I'm watching it. I'm watching the moss blow out there just a little bit more than we've seen it.
Well, thank you, brother.
Blow to this stage, but I'm a little wary of Morikawa.
By the way, Netflix has dropped the first trailer for its new Will Ferrell golf comedy series, The Hawk.
Okay.
Ferrell is the show's star and executive producer. The PGA Tour is a partner in the series. Filming was spotted at a TGL match earlier this year, summer of 2026. The Hawk.
I saw Ferrell at one of the TGL. I thought he was just there yucking it up. What does it give an
this
idea
summer, a
what
legend
the plot
returns.
is?
An icon. A champion.
Will Ferrell or Hawk?
An American hero. Looks like his name, Lonnie the Hawk Hawkins.
And that's Ferrell will play him?
Yeah.
This sounds like they're ripping off Stick, if you ask me.
That's me. I'm him. That's who they're talking about, if you were wondering. The Hawk.
When is it
this
on now?
Summer.
Oh, that'll be terrific.
Yeah,
Ferrell needs to hit something that's not terrible because he hasn't done that in a while.
Sounds to me like Ricky Bobby.
Right, on the golf
course.
Which I will say this. Will Ferrell's love of sport. You know what a sports fan he is because of so many of his movies had sports themes.
Mm-hmm.
Semi-Pro, Blades of Glory,
yes,
Talladega Nights. I'm probably leaving one out, right?
Well, the whole thing with those is they got to have a decent swing.
Yeah, he probably does.
He probably does.
Well, he went and played baseball. He got contact on it.
Yeah, he does.
But he ain't been real funny for a while.
Well, yeah.
Kind of went off the reservation a little bit.
He was our guy.
Got into stuff that we didn't think was funny.
We built a damn show around him.
Yeah, that's fair. So. Yeah, we have a shout out. We'll always have the shout out.
We'll have the shout out, man. Back when he was big. It was big.
Team USA has advanced in World Baseball.
Yes.
Vinny Pasquantino had the quote of the tournament. There won't be a better quote. After he hit 3 homers last night. He's a Kansas City Royals teammate of Bobby Witt Jr. So the question was phrased, the U.S., because of their choke job against the Italians the night before, needed Italy to win last night to get in, or it was the simplest way for him to get in.
Right.
Pasquantino hit 3 homers, and then they said, do you have anything to say to Bobby Witt Jr.? He goes, oh, yeah, I'll say it all. Team USA, you're welcome. Hope you enjoy that win from your sofas. We'll see you in the, quarters or whatever it was. Vinny Pasquantino running it.
Mm-hmm.
Running it at him.
Yeah.
All right. Are we heavy still, E?
Yes.
Let's take a quick break then. We're trying to keep on format as best we can. Players' updates now start to carry a little bit more punch because we got golfers on the course, and there's stuff happening out there. You're listening to The Drill.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. 1010XL is multimedia. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube.
You can't buy this kind of media exposure.
1010XL, maximum media exposure.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking mumbo-jumbo. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from high heels to wagon wheels. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hey, shoot your shot on Prize Picks. Get $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. That's right. Prize Picks is now giving you $50 in lineups when you sign up and play your first $5. Prize Picks makes every dunk, every dime, and every board that much more exciting. Don't miss a chance to get started on America's #1 app for sports picks. It's easy to play. You know how to do it. Pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. And by the way, pick from all your favorite sports: basketball, baseball, hockey, UFC, soccer. Go on and on and on. Also, Stacks is a fun game. You can use the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. You can do this all, but you got to download the app first. So easy, I can do it. And if I can do it, anyone can do it. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code 1010XL, $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code 1010XL, $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. It's Prize Picks, man. It's good to be right.
When your home or business deserves more than ordinary glass, you trust the experts. Capital Glass and Shower Doors has been elevating spaces for over 40 years with precision, craftsmanship, and clean, modern design. From sleek frameless shower enclosures to elegant glass railings, wine cabinets, and any custom glass that makes a statement, Capital Glass delivers unmatched quality, service, and attention to detail. Your vision, their expertise. Capital Glass and Shower Doors at capcoglass.com.
Hey, gang, Prosser here. When it comes time to sell your home, I'll tell you, you got one option. It's Chad and Sandy. Or another option, just fruitless frustration. Now with Chad and Sandy, see, they get to the solution real quick. Let's get to the punchline. Your home sold guaranteed or they will buy it. That's why you got to go to ChadAndSandy.com or call them today at 414-6200. Government's making moves intended to push mortgage rates lower. The last time rates dropped, we saw a selling and buying frenzy. Now's the time to prepare. You call Chad and Sandy, the proven experts to sell your home. Need max price, need to sell now, fast, easy, stress-free. Chad and Sandy got this science-based market max system. It's proven, it's repeatable, and they guarantee they'll sell your home. Using the proprietary market max, Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. No required repairs. Pick your move date. No long-term contracts. We trust them. You can too. ChadAndSandy.com. ChadAndSandy.com.
Homeowners, ready to open your home to spring and shut out high energy bills? It's 31 days of spring savings with Renewal by Andersen. Right now, buy 2 windows or doors and get the third 60% off. Plus, 0 down, no payments, and no interest for 18 months. But this offer expires March 31st. Renewal by Andersen, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
Been in a car crash? I'm local attorney Rick Alexander, and I've made it our mission at the Alexander Law Practice to listen to you so I can fight for the best possible result for you. I've been practicing over 30 years, and our team focuses on guiding you through the entire process. And because fees and reimbursement costs come out at the end of the case, I will never ask you to come out of pocket. For a free review, call 904-400-6600 or log on to alexanderlawpractice.com, Jacksonville.
This is Jeff Middlecoff with Cogent Bank. My associate Ryan Salem and I joined Cogent Bank because we wanted to revolutionize the mortgage business, just like Cogent Bank has revolutionized the banking business. So Ryan Salem and I are able to leverage the power and stability of Cogent Bank to go out and find our clients the best investors, the best products, and the best rates in the entire country for your particular mortgage loan. Of course, you don't have to be a customer at Cogent Bank to take advantage of our mortgage services to buy or refinance your home. We offer jumbo loans, VA, FHA, conventional, and investment loans.
At Cogent Bank, we offer mortgages nationwide, so we can help you with a second home or help a family member who lives or is moving to another state. Call Ryan Salem or myself, Jeff Middlecoff, at Cogent Bank today, 904-442-9191, to see how we can help you with any of your mortgage loan needs, whatever or wherever they may be.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, Cogent Bank, NMLS ID 402296, Ryan Salem, NMLS ID 1182429, Jeff Middlecoff, NMLS ID 249086.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
Great news for you, E.
That's your boy.
Akshay Bhatia with a birdie to start.
Yes, sir.
The number one player in the world is often walking. We'll see Scotty Scheffler stroll by here momentarily. Scotty and his three.
Morikawa has a par. He's even. Ludwig even. Siwoo even. Koepka even. Can't play even. Gary Woodland even through 2. Cheeseburger even through 4. So everybody log jammed at -1. There's about a dozen golfers at -1 to start.
You know what is?
It's early though. 2, 3, 4 holes being played. That's about it.
You know what really settled in on me this offseason versus others, and maybe part of it is because the Jags haven't had a lot of really good years where you really felt good, confidently good going into the next season.
Okay.
But it's how little I'm bothered or concerned by activity or lack of this offseason. The Jags just cricketed through free agency, and I could care less. I don't feel like if there was one thing I would have done differently, and this isn't a criticism, it's just what the way it all ended up working out. Devin Lloyd, 3 years, 45, seems like something that could have, should have been done. I mean, I'll ask you the same question that you asked me about the Jaguars running back room. Is the running back room better today than it was last year?
No.
Okay, that's the same thing. Is the linebacking unit better than it was a year ago?
There he goes. Scotty! Scotty!
He literally just catcalled Scotty. All the crowd's looking at Dan or unless that's a bunch of Scotties. Is the linebacking room better than it was a year ago?
No, not right now.
It feels like with Dewey gone and how they've sorted the roster and paid, Monteric Brown a corner, safety is going to be one of those first couple 3 picks. That's what it feels like.
Well, you got Murray and Antonio Johnson back.
And you also got Ransaw.
Yeah,
about him.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
They're
I think part of the reason they're not real active, they're not cooking, is because they're simmering on a really good year. And look, we talk about Travis Hunter and getting him out of nowhere. It's going to be the same thing with Ransaw. In effect, you're getting, first and third round picks?
I keep seeing this on social media. Speaking of Travis Hunter, I don't think any of it is true.
AI, bro.
Yeah, they got to knock that off, man. That ain't cool, man. Leave our guy alone. Listen, I raised some eyebrows way back when the youngster walked the aisle quickly. But listen, I mean, they seem very happy. He's a happy kid. He's got his kid. He's just a nice guy, nice young man. Leave him alone.
Yeah,
I don't like that.
It's
man.
unfortunate, but also you can tell it's AI because he has hair in those videos. Travis cut his hair.
That's a good point.
Yes.
Good point.
All right, so I won't even, if it's something that's distasteful, I won't even ask you what it is.
It's not worth it. It's not cool, though, because a lot of people look at it and think it's real.
The only thing that is off the reservation, what the heck happened more than NIL in college basketball, is this uninhibited AI everywhere.
Yeah.
We got to get something. Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop posting things that can easily look like it's being said or done by someone, and it's not being said or done by him. AI should be limited to pacifier politics. You know what that is?
It's crazy.
To leave it to baby stuff, but don't put real people and put fake things on them. It's not.
No.
Somebody's going to get duped big time, and then we're going to have a whole boy who cried wolf deal. And some leader is going to get up and be saying something important, and we're all going to laugh about how they just AI'd, the governor of Timbuktu. I don't like it, man. I don't like it at all. It's not clever. It's not ha-ha smartass. It's stupid. And just because you have the ability to Photoshop doesn't mean you're just going to be a total DB to any and everything you come across.
Right.
And again, especially when it takes on And again, without knowing what y'all are talking about, having not seen it, I know that it's got to be distasteful, or we would be laughing about it.
Correct. It's not cool.
And so,
No,
yeah,
it's personal. You don't do personal stuff, man. I don't like that.
There you go. That sums it up the best.
All right, I asked you guys to look this up. Nobody did, so I had to go do it myself.
I did look it up.
Guys ticked me off.
He looked it up, he said.
Yeah, I looked it up as soon as you said it.
Well, did we talk about it?
No, because we got off track and then we went to commercial.
we got some
Hicken was asking earlier.
Dissension among the
Hicken was asking earlier about the playing, the snap.
Yeah.
Snap percentage.
Well, if you're an off-ball linebacker like Devin Lloyd, and I wonder if part of the reason why you're just not going to go to that number, whatever it may be, $15 million a year is too much. So I asked him, what was the answer?
73% of the snaps.
73?
Yes.
That's a lot. That's more than I would have thought.
I don't understand, because I'm looking, it says 64.42, 706 snaps. So now there's even more controversy.
Even 64, I think, is a lot for that position. I would also use this as part of it. He played 64% of the snaps as a freaking all-pro, something no one here has ever done. Right? I mean, see, I'll take 64% all-pro snaps.
Devin Lloyd had 91 snaps on special teams.
Versatile. I just don't. We have not had, and we just not had an overabundance
like
of talent.
Foye is on the field 94.5% of the snaps. Okay, 1,036 snaps.
Who is Lloyd's replacement, and what kind of snap counts are they
I'm going to guess Ventrell had 220 snaps.
Which
he had
is
20%. That gets you to 84.
Ventrell could be. I would be optimistic about Ventrell's impact, but Ventrell
Gardeck had 38.5% of the snaps
as the off-ball guy. So Gardeck did play. Did he play?
So you got Aluakon, Gardeck, Lloyd, Miller,
Kaiser.
Combs only had 28. Kaiser only had 43.
Yeah,
Abdullah only had 2 snaps on defense. Really? So anyway, so he played a decent, but 64%.
That's pretty. Now you know what? Now it would to get the best.
Jordan Lewis as a nickelbacker, 55%, 56%.
Well, I wonder if you went to the other All-Pro off-ball linebackers.
He missed games.
Like how many did Fred Warner play? He was hurt last year.
Well,
I would need to. Who was the other off-ball? All-Pro this year? I don't know who it was.
Dewey played 961 snaps.
Yeah.
Dewey was on the field for 87.6%.
One of Dewey's best attributes here in Jacksonville was his availability.
Yeah.
I mean, there were guys getting hurt around.
Second most on the team.
He was always there, ready to play.
In fact, Devin Lloyd. Let me see if I can find. Well, yeah, the linemen. Where are the guys? Armstead, 56% of the snaps. Yeah, so Devin Lloyd was on the field a good amount. Josh Hines Allen, 78%. So there you have it. Just looking at some of the numbers. We got the 9 o'clock nasty, though. So,
yeah, like I said, and back just to put the bow on it.
Oh, yeah, bow it.
I'm not necessarily critical. They've got a plan, and if I'm going to allow you to simmer, then go ahead. That's part of the simmering. But just the way it all sorted out, and how the Jags didn't have to spend any money, haven't spent any money of any real consequence, and how relatively cheap Lloyd ended up being based on what the projection that he might get. It feels like 3 years in his prime, ascending player. I mean, he has all the attributes that we put on Monteric Brown, who got a contract. He said, what did Brown end up making a year, his new one? 12?
3 years, 33.
333, so 11. Yeah.
So when you look at Monteric Brown, he's in the same boat as Devin Lloyd. It's the end of his first contract. He's an ascending player coming off his best year, and we happily gave him $11 million a year. And meanwhile, Devin Lloyd, an All-Pro, they make a decision to go otherwise. So I think a lot of this has to do with probably what their style and scheme and they're about, with the defense. It's not the same for every team in every situation. All right, 9 o'clock hour is next. You're listening to The Drill. We're live at the Players.
I like to call
The
it
Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Jacksonville's other sports team. 1010 XL. and 92.5 FM. The Players Championship. Here's a 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist leaderboard update.
Sponsored by Anheuser-Busch and Kuhn Flowers. Early in the tournament, Max Homa now sits atop the leaderboard at 2 under. The big news is last year's winner, Rory McIlroy, will give it a go to defend his title. Parking is sold out, and you're encouraged to use the shuttle and ride share. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist leaderboard update, sponsored by San Jose Collision. I'm Sam Nelson.
Hey, the investment landscape always changing. New rules, new regulations, new opportunities. ITB Partners, though, one thing remains constant: our commitment to your financial future. Whether it's consolidating your accounts, rolling over that 401k, or maximizing your pension programs, ITB going to make your financial journey simple and smart. Those ITB Partners, trust, transparency, experience. That's Janice Cobb, Dan Abel, Reagan Wright, and Reed Wingate, Chris Bryan, and Jeff Hartman. Time to get that money in motion, gang. Let ITB Partners help you grow and protect your wealth so you can focus on what matters most. They're ITB Partners. They're stable, strategic, and secure. Easy to get a hold of. Chris at ITBPartners.com. Chris at ITBPartners.com. Or call 312-9751, 904-312-9751. They're ITB Partners. My financial partners for life.
Homeowners, you taking a look at your lawn yet? Let me guess, you're looking at your lawn wondering what to do after a historically cold season. Well, if you want your lawn to bounce back quick, you gotta call topdressing.com. Nobody else can do what they do. Their proprietary process. I've never seen anything like it, and neither will your neighbors. They will have your lawn looking like a golf course. Nobody else can do it. They're no secret now, so get ahead of it. Call for a free estimate. Be the envy of your neighbors. Top dress your lawn like the pros with topdressing.com.
Oh, we know how big the First Coast is for golf. We're sitting right here in the middle of the Players. So let me tell you something else that is an awesome addition to the Jacksonville golf scene. It's Live Forever Golf and my friends over at LFG. Any and everything that you want to accessorize your wardrobe, your golf game. And they got all my favorites, too. And proof is in the outfit. You see me in LFG stuff all the time, but from the lightweight hoodies to outerwear, you want pants or joggers or shorts, everything is cool and crisp. They're always updating the designs. Live Forever Golf is also very ingrained here on the First Coast. You're going to see them more and more involved with different things, different programs. Just happy to be in any way affiliated with Live Forever Golf. Our buddy Matt Every gives us the best logo in the golf apparel industry, and it's the Live Forever Golf. So go to liveforevergolf.com right now and load up.
The hottest and newest sports league in town?
Vanguard Sports League isn't just VIP, it's the standard. Smoke-filled tunnel intros, cool benches with canopies, big scoreboards, championship rings, and convenient locations all across Jacksonville. Oh, and mascot potties there hyping everyone up every game. No wonder it's the talk of the town. Spring and summer registration now open.
Search VanguardSportsLeague.com today.
Catch the sights and sounds of the great outdoors from anywhere in the city. Go hunting and fishing with Jeff Logan, Captain Kevin Favor, and Captain Kirk Waltz on the Nimnit Outdoors Show every Saturday morning from 7 to 10 on 1010XL.
At Hollis Pools, building a pool is personal. We sit down with you, listen to your vision, and bring your backyard dreams to life right here in Northeast Florida. Working with us doesn't feel like working with a contractor. It feels like working with family. Every Hollis Pools project supports Project Savior Outdoors, helping bring hope to our veterans. Visit hollispools.com. Hollis Pools, your vision, your pool, your escape. License number CPC 1461233.
Home of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
The Players Championship returns to TPC Sawgrass March 10th through 15th. Experience golf's most iconic stage with enhanced food and beverage offerings, interactive fan attractions, and an atmosphere built for every type of fan. See the best players in the world, including world number 1 Scotty Scheffler, 2025 champion Rory McIlroy, and fan favorite Brooks Koepka take on the legendary Stadium Course and the famous Island Green. Tickets available at theplayers.com.
All right, Jacksonville, Florida summer doesn't ease in. It shows up angry. One day you're fine, the next day your AC is fighting for its life. If your unit barely survived last year, don't push your luck. Make the smart move now. Call Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. Honest pricing, no surprise markups. With the Beat the Heat early special, you can save $500 off a new AC system. Don't wait till it's 98 degrees and everyone's scrambling. Call for your free in-home estimate today. 904-862-6769 or duckduckrooter.com. When you're stuck, call the Duck.
What defines a hero? Dedication, loyalty, courage. Every day at AMCO, we serve heroes. For over 60 years, we've repaired and maintained the most critical public service vehicles. From complex transmissions to simple brake jobs with flexible financing and the extra safety precautions we need. The heroes we serve don't all wear uniforms. They're people like you. At AMCO, we're proud to serve all of you. AA MCO.
Money tight? We can finance almost anybody. Find the AMCO transmissions nearest you at amcojacksonville.com.
Firefighters, paramedics, police officers, they take care of us, and at AMCO, we're proud to take care of them. For over 60 years, we've repaired and maintained the most critical public service vehicles. As an essential business, we work on every kind of car repair with flexible financing and extra safety precautions. Essential, reliable, trusted. That's the men and women who are there for us, and it's our honor to be there for them. AA MCO.
Family owned and operated in Jacksonville, Orange Park, St. Augustine, and St. Mary's, Georgia. AMCO Transmissions and Total Car Care.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
I'm fed, feeling X-rated. It's Mr. Nasty time. Oh, Mr. Nasty time. The nasty time.
You know, I'm not positive, but I think I just saw Ball Davis' arch enemy.
Not sure. We're not sure.
Balls once got spun around and dropped. I'm not sure I didn't see the assailant.
Appreciate my neighbor coming by, bringing us some freshly squeezed lemonade.
It's delicious. It's very sugary, though.
Out here grinding this week. Old Dave Messias getting after it. Appreciate him. He's working hard out here, making this a great experience for all of us.
What can you tell me
and
about?
He's off to Valspar next week, too. 2 weeks in a row that old man's working out here, man. That's impressive.
It is impressive.
Yeah.
What do you make of, if anything, what can you tell me about Florida spring practice? Like, what's the buzz?
A lot of work to do.
Yeah.
That Sumrall is different. That he's bouncing around a lot. That the quarterback competition is real. That Trammell looks great. So I think it'll be a good deal. Chapman said that LJ McCray is much improved, but he's going to keep riding him, and that's a sign that he likes him. I guess he's a hard-ass coach, and he gets after the D-line guys, so that's good. I just want to return to old Florida football. Where we,
like I said, I'm being smart, Alecky. I get it, but the program's been very low T for about 12 years.
Yes,
I'm glad to have a man's man of a coach in my locker room leading my young men, not some sleepy guy or some highfalutin guy or some yokel.
Canceled his trip to Italy with his wife because he's got too much bleep to do.
Good. That's what I need. That's right. You can go on a trip to Italy after we win the Natty in 2 years, right?
That's right.
Kurt Signetti has changed the game, and it's a fair standard for football blue bloods to hold their coaches to. And if you can't get it done, next.
Yeah.
So he didn't go full on Signetti, but he had a similar Signetti-esque comment on himself when he was asked about taking this Florida job. I win.
Yeah.
So I expect to win. I'm a winner. And said it just like that. And look, that can come across one of two ways. And the two ways will be defined by whether or not you actually do.
Yes.
So tell everyone a winner and win. Good on you. Tell everyone a winner and don't. Then maybe you should have kept that one to yourself.
Yeah. So we'll but that, again, for me, I'm going to wait.
Well, I got to see him coach a game.
Yes.
I'm done with
because the other
full
guy
skull.
did everything great except those 3 hours.
Yeah.
You know, did a
I
lot
will
of,
say
lot
this,
of good things.
and it's early, and they finished off a pretty good 25, 26 recruiting class, but you look at the 27 recruiting rankings in Florida is nowhere to be found.
No, okay.
Now it's early.
Very early.
And I do see, like I said, we had this conversation, I believe, on air. I'm done with recruiting.
Yeah.
With the NIL, I'm done. Any commitments were never, in cement. And now they're more frivolous than ever. Guys will commit to another team, another one. The whole world's gone baby Gronk when it comes to recruiting.
Yes.
I mean, you can't trust what you read. So I don't care. Florida hosts number 2 inside backer. I don't give a rear. But I do know when you look at who is committed to where, Florida's yet to make an impact on the recruiting trail. But I'd like to win some games first. I mean,
wait a minute.
What do you got? Oh,
Are you kidding me?
What just happened? Another Eagle on one?
No. This is not good news.
What happened? Scheffler?
Go to PGA Tour. Jacko, you got your board up? Can you please go to PGA Tour? We may have a problem here. We might have a big problem.
Somebody must have just made a big number on one. I'm guessing Scotty.
No, this is worse.
Did somebody withdraw?
Bad news.
WD? Who? Scheffler?
Nope.
Rory?
Nope. Danny's guy.
Morikawa? Morikawa's withdrawn?
I don't. Hold on. Confirming. They're saying PGA Tour showing. I got 2.
This is somebody playing an AI joke on us after we AI'd.
No, this is.
What happened? Is he wake up ill?
Back.
A back for Colin Morikawa.
That's why. I don't know. I'm trying to. He's down here at the bottom on the PGA Tour scoreboard. It says WD Colin Morikawa.
Wow.
The very bottom.
Wow.
Are you kidding me?
Ooh. You had Rory pull out last week. You had him.
Played 2 holes.
He played 2 holes today?
1 hole. He started. I think he parred number 1. I think he or 10.
Yeah, I'm getting.
Did he go off on 10?
Morikawa out with back injury. WD.
Unbelievable.
I tell you one thing, I faded him in fantasy golf, I'm glad. Although I did take him on my brunch with my bait bet. Played 1 hole. What did he do?
He tweaked his back. He did something.
Dang, man.
Colin Morikawa out. 1 hole.
It's not the pre-tournament favorite, but he was
up there.
No, but I'm just saying he was like the pick.
He was everybody's choice.
Right. He wasn't the odds-on favorite. That's still
big.
Scheffler. And, it's very big.
Big.
Wow.
Now, if I had good friends in the race, they'd say, "All right, Dan, just take another guy in the afternoon." And I'd say, "Okay, give me Rory."
Yeah. The problem is,
sadly, I got bloodsuckers.
Correct.
Well, no, especially if we would. Don't get me wrong. He could have WD'd this morning before the tournament started. We would have said, "No, sorry," but the fact that he played a hole really.
The best thing of all about this thing, this is the I would be in a glass case of emotion. Except for last place doesn't spin the wheel.
Yeah, lucky with this one.
Oh, you got lucky.
That's what we did. So basically, I made WD the event. I made WD the Dreamfinders Homes picks after this. The rest of the year.
Yeah, I don't know if you can do that.
Yeah.
No, we got to ride it out. You can't quit just because you triple bogey 1. You got to keep playing, man.
I didn't triple bogey 1. I didn't even. I've had 2 guys 2 weeks in a row withdraw.
That's tough. Yeah, that's rough. Yeah, that's some.
I mean, what in the hell, Colin?
He had Rory last week, and he WD'd, and now you got Colin, and he WD'd. Yeah.
Colin Morikawa withdraws from the players after 1 hole. Stunner.
I may have a Jag signing here.
That's the biggest stunner as I can imagine that we've had here.
I may have a Jag.
Not since 2020 when you coughed in the mic and we had to leave. Have we had something like this happen?
Yes.
So anyway, Colin Morikawa out. Wow, that's cray-cray. But there you have it. We got to take a break.
It looks like we got a Jags
what do you got?
Signing or an agreement. DJ Reader.
Oh.
Veteran defensive tackle.
Oh.
Still listed here as maybe it's just a target. Maybe they haven't. Maybe they're just looking at a target, but I guess there's some conversations out there, some speculation about DJ Reader, who I believe was with the Bengals a year ago. So, is that right? A Cincinnati Bengal, maybe DJ Reader. Reader's been
good football
Clemson?
Player.
Been around for a while. I bet he's kind of old now.
He's a good football player.
Yeah, he is.
I like these
And
guys.
again, that's not a signing. Don't say that. But it looks like that's something to keep an eye on here over the next hour or two, and maybe another one that would be added to the list before James Gladstone gives that press conference. That would fall into you get your business done before you talk, at least. Yeah, we'll take a quick time out here. It is the drill. We're live at the Players.
Colin Morikawa out.
Yeah, there's the big news. Colin Morikawa,
Son of a
one of
beast.
the pre-attorney favorites.
By the way, I didn't appreciate
withdrawn.
you laughing.
He
when
did.
I said that. That's just.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's dirty.
I thought we ride together.
We do.
Well, now you've died together. Back with more next.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. The game's best golfers and one of the most beautiful courses in the world. Catch live Southeast Orthopedic Specialist leaderboard updates from the Players, capped by Corona, Campione Law, and TopDressing.com on 1010XL. The Players Championship. Here's a 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist leaderboard update.
Sponsored by Renewal by Anderson and Dynamic Drives and Design. Still early, though now a number of golfers sit in the first position, among them Mackenzie Hughes. Several players are also tied for second early on in the tournament. Weather is projected to delay some afternoon tee times, and tickets are still available for today and Sunday, Friday and Saturday being sold out. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist leaderboard update, sponsored by TopDressing.com. I'm Sam Nelson.
Frank Frangie here. Nimnik Buick GMC is proud to be the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville, earned by treating customers with courtesy, respect, and fairness. All part of Nimnik's Treating You Right guarantee. The most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer, nobody but Nimnik. For 3 generations, Nimnik has been the place customers keep coming back to. They treat you right, and they give a bunch back to the community. Visit NimnikBuickGMC.com today to learn more, or visit their showroom off Phillips Highway. GMC, we are professional grade.
Hey, Jacksonville, David Garrard here. If you want a street-legal golf cart that's built with quality and style, check out Dynamic Drives and Designs in Jacks Beach. They have new, used, and fully customized carts from the top brands like Atlas, Dodge, and Pilot Car. Every cart gets a complete expert inspection, so you know it's ready to hit the road. Their team can help you design the perfect custom cart that fits your style and needs. For your custom golf cart, visit DynamicDrivesDesign.com today and see your perfect ride.
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too, so know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know before you blow. Go to knowbeforeyouBlow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
Gators in the morning, Florida for lunch, a late night Gator snack. Whenever you're ready, the Gator Podcast channel is too. Set up by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists on the video and social channels of 1010XL.
This is Victor Patel, CEO of North Florida Medical Center. Have you been in an auto accident? Are you feeling pain or stiffness? Our board-certified team has over 15 years' experience helping patients recover through chiropractic care, physical therapy, pain management, primary care, and neurology. Even minor injuries can cause long-term problems if left untreated. Schedule your free consultation today at nfmcjax.com. North Florida Medical Center, bringing the care back to healthcare.
The Jacksonville Icemen are in town for 3 games this weekend, starting Friday for Teacher Appreciation, presented by Community First Credit Union. Then Saturday, it's Wizards Night. Wear your house colors and watch the Icemen do battle in special Wizard-themed jerseys. Then Sunday at 3, it's Publix Family Fun Day. Take a shot on goal on the ice after the game. Tickets at Ticketmaster, JacksonvilleIcemen.com, or call 904-602-PUCK. Iceman hockey is #Sub-Zero.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwood Jewelers. Clayton, why is it that when you look at how long a store has been in business, that it always seems to be the stores like Underwood's that sell fine quality that have been around the longest?
Frank, that's a question that really doesn't get asked a lot, but it should be. There are a number of reasons, but probably the biggest is because of the endorsements our longtime customers and their pieces of jewelry have given us through the years. You see, when you sell really fine quality jewelry, that piece will last longer and always stay beautiful. It might stay in the same family for generations. And through those years of wear, a lot of compliments will be made and a lot of people will be told where the piece of jewelry came from. You see, at a store like Underwood's, it's our stated goal to be the best jeweler in the South, not the biggest. So everything we do and carry has to help move us toward that goal. And ultimately, it's the satisfied customers wearing fine quality jewelry that have kept Underwood's in Jacksonville since 1928.
Underwood's in San Marco, Avondale, and the shops of Ponte Vedra.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
Hey,
yeah.
Despite the fact that I don't like you today,
Okay,
I understand that we have a job to do
we do.
and that you have something for the Googans.
I got something for the Googans, man.
And I'm never going to stand in front of the Googans.
Okay.
So what do you have?
Man, I got a pair of tickets to see the comedian Theo Vaughn. He's going to be live at the Florida Theater March 13th and 14th. Last chance to get tickets at theovaughn.com. But one lucky winner can win a pair of them things right now.
All right, welcome back to the show. Big news breaking here this morning. Colin Morikawa played one hole and called it a day, called it a tournament. Oof. That hurts a lot of us, including yours truly. He has withdrawn, reaching for his back after taking a practice swing on 11.
I mean, my guy
gets checked out by physio.
These guys are the softest, richest men in the world, pro golfer.
Yeah.
I mean, my God. We're out of the biggest event of the year because we practice swing. This is like Cam Little going out before the AFC Championship game and, taking a practice kick and, I'm not going to be able to go. Stub my toe. I mean, it stinks. What really stinks about that, and it's not a huge stink, but, there's an alternate that would have been doing backflips to get out there and play. The fact that the poor timing of it happening right off the bat there.
I mean, again, it happened. I mean, listen, it's golf.
I get it.
So I know.
But come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
If you are what kind of athlete are you if you can injure your back on a practice swing, Dan? What are we doing? Seriously, I'm not trying to be Mr. Tough Guy here. What? I get it if you or I on our first round of the spring goes out and you do a practice swing and your whole body pops. You're a professional golfer. How does that even happen?
Yeah,
it's weird.
Yeah, it is weird, but it's happened and he's out. So
WD. I mean, I know who's really disappointed about that.
Who? Me.
You, right.
Yeah, very disappointed. So, he's gone. He gone. And that's the way it goes. It's shocking, though. I mean, that's a big that's a big jump. Highest paid NFL running backs entering 2026. Saquon 20.6 is his bag. Christian McCaffrey 19. Derrick Henry drops to 15. Derrick Henry should be making every bit as much as Saquon Barkley.
More. He should be making more. He's been a way better pro than Saquon Barkley.
Kenneth Walker is 4th. Breece Hall, Jonathan Taylor. Travis Etienne moves up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th. Seventh highest paid running back.
I think of the veterans on second contracts. Did you say Jonathan Taylor yet? Did he get a deal? Yeah,
I did.
Yeah.
James Cook makes less than Travis Etienne. He signed his deal last year. So
the
Browns have officially released David Njoku. Right guard Wyatt
that
Teller.
would do something for me.
Yeah.
I would like that would be a nice. I don't know how expensive it would be, but I wouldn't mind having. It's hard to sit here and make qualitative opinions when you just don't know how the team itself feels about these guys. Like in the past, you just get an idea of what's just a signing, but like when they signed Quentin Morris and let Johnny Munt go, does that mean you like Quentin Morris? Do you expect him to be a part of the rotation? Does it take away from a tight end need? I don't know. We don't have enough. History with these dudes and what they're doing.
We're all set for baseball. We're all set with the final 8, and U.S. gets to beat up on Canada again.
Take that, Canada.
Canada's going to have a complex.
Can't wait for the memes out of this one. Should be terrific. Although Canada, who is their star? They have one good player. Don't they have a good player? Like a all-star level? I don't know who plays for Canada. Don't they have there was a Canadian who was good.
I'm sure there's a couple. It's basketball where they really shine.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking.
So, it's basketball where he's Canadian. Oh, R.J. Barrett. I mean,
right. There's a bunch of them. Yeah. Jamal Murray, I believe, might be.
Yes, he is.
There's quite a few.
Yeah. Jesse Palmer.
I think what to take out of it, I'm not by any means the expert of the World Baseball Classic, but it looks to me as I look at the 8 that those are probably like the top 8 going in or close to it. Venezuela, Dominican, Puerto Rican. Those are the 3 best Latin American baseball.
Mm-hmm. Puerto Rico missing Francisco, too. Lindor, he's obviously not playing. So
yeah, but Puerto Rico, Dominican, and Venezuela right now are probably the 3, the 3 top producing, major league talent, island nations or nations. Japan is Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, the U.S. is always, going to be one of the top favorites.
I'm looking at a video of Morikawa getting driven off in a golf cart.
Oh, is he hunched over and passed out, or is he just kicked back drinking a Diet Coke?
He's not kicked back drinking a Diet Coke.
My man, one of the tops in his professional sport, just had a WD because his practice swing.
Maybe he's so thickly muscled that if you turn the
Have you seen Colin Morikawa? He's about 145, soaking wet. It is what it is. We cover pro sports. If you're capable of being injured with a practice swing, I got to question your
Colin Morikawa was the most bet golfer to win the Players.
I know. There's something going on here, man. Something dirty. Maybe he went on that prediction app, and what were the odds on Kashi if Colin Morikawa withdrawals after one hole?
Yeah.
Maybe we should be checking that. Those records.
Damn it. Something.
Man, I'm getting some horror stories from the tales of the traffic on people coming in.
Is it bad?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I got one here. I've been sitting in the car since 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock?
Yes. 7 a.m.
Well, he's going the wrong way.
Yeah.
It can't take that long.
7 a.m.
Wait a minute.
They left Timuquana at 7 a.m. and it's 9:29. I do not know them to be liars. I believe them when they say I've been in the car since 7.
Liar.
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, what about all the pushback? And then I've got this. I've lived in Ponte Vedra Beach since 1984, and I've never seen worse traffic. Are there more tickets sold this year? I know the lane.
No.
They haven't decreased the lanes. Why would? I mean, it's always very, very.
It might be. You know what it is? It's everybody's coming out early today to beat the
So
rain.
it might be
That's
lighter
what it
later.
is.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that it's going to come down this afternoon. They wanted to see golf. They've already gotten their Thursday tickets. They're not changing them to Friday. It's sold out. Saturday's sold out. So Thursday morning is going to be packed. So that's what it is. I have solved the issue.
I'm going to combine our two topics from this segment before we go to break.
Okay.
I'm going to present to you a scenario.
Okay.
It's Game 7 of the NLCS.
Oh Lord.
Who
are we playing? Mets and who?
The Braves.
Oh.
Of course it is. It's the bottom of the first. Very important game.
I'll lose my mind.
Lindor's at the plate. And Soto's in the on-deck circle. He's got the donut on. He's swinging over his shoulder. And all of a sudden you see him go, and on his practice swing in the on-deck circle, Soto says, I can't go today, boys. I'm out. How would you feel about that?
I wouldn't feel good.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good.
Yeah.
A pox on you, Colin Morikawa. A pox.
Every time with Colin, I've always had a problem. I don't want to say anything ill. You've already done enough of that. Let's take a break. We'll come back. Keep it rolling right here on The Drill.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios, Jacksonville's home for Florida Gators baseball.
Spring baseball is in full swing. The Gators and Gamecocks wrestle in the swamp all weekend. Friday and Saturday night and Sunday at 1 on 1010 a.m.
The Players Championship. Here's a 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Leaderboard update.
Sponsored by Sawgrass Asset Management Group and North Florida Medical Group. This early in the tournament, the leaderboard remains fluid with several players currently sitting in the first position. The players rolls out the richest purse in golf again, $25 million on the line at TPC Sawgrass with $4.5 million to the winner. Scotty Scheffler and Rory McIlroy both chasing history as they close in on career player earnings. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Leaderboard update, sponsored by Surfside Pools. I'm Sam Nelson.
Hi, this This is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking mumbo-jumbo. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from high heels to wagon wheels. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Checkmate. I'm Brendan Cecilia, founder of Checkmate Coatings.
And I'm Chester, Checkmate's mascot and brand ambassador.
Why do you even talk in these ads?
People see me on the trucks, Brendan, so they expect to hear from me as well.
But I have over a decade's experience personally installing high-quality polymer floors right here in Jacksonville.
Well, I'm a professional mascot, riding around on the side of your trucks, smiling at passers-by.
Then could you at least tell people about our two-stage polymer application process? Give your garage the finishing touch with a gorgeous floor that's guaranteed to last?
A bit busy posing for selfies, I'm afraid.
Years of experience?
Check. Adorable mascot?
Check. The team you need to make your garage gorgeous? Checkmate!
Transforming your floors, making them great. Checkmate.
Visit checkmatecoatings.com. That's checkmatecoatings.com.
Ahead, we build platforms for digital business. We help create your platform for digital business by weaving together advances in cloud infrastructure, intelligent operations, and modern applications. Digital business is comprised of 5 pillars. We call them imperatives because they're a must-have, not a nice-to-have. We enterprise cloud, integrated security, scaled DevOps, intelligent operations, and relentless automation. Need help with digital transformation? Ahead. Learn, grow, achieve.
What's happening, folks? ET here. And you know that on-the-field preparation wins championships, right? Well, the same goes for your health. And on my side of town in Fleming Island, Encore Research Group is helping locals take charge through cutting-edge clinical research studies. Everything from weight loss to diabetes and hypertension. Their team of local multi-specialty doctors are focused on advancing medicine and keeping our community healthy. If you want to see if you qualify, check them out at encoredocs.com.
We've all been there. You hear about an incredible event Monday morning, but it happens Sunday. Stop missing out. Jacksonville is the flip side of Florida, and we have the solution. From under-the-radar sporting events to the perfect family outing or date night, Visit Jacksonville is your all-access pass to the city. Plan your 2026 season at visitjacksonville.com/locals. visitjacksonville.com/locals. Or download the Visit Jax app for the full lineup. See what you've been missing.
The price of gold is soaring, and the price of silver is near record highs. If you've got gold or silver just laying around, Estates Roadshow wants it. Broken chains, old rings, coins, watches, diamonds, vintage jewelry. If it's valuable, they're buying it. No appointment needed. Just walk in, get a free appraisal, and walk out with cash. They're also buying pre-1964 silver coins, flatware, sterling silverware stamped 925. They're buying coin collections, gold, silver, foreign, and domestic. Plus, they've been in business over 35 years with thousands of prior happy customers. Licensed, bonded, state-certified scales, highest tech equipment, employees with GIA certification. Begin gathering your valuables because the Estates Roadshow is coming back to the First Coast, March 16th through March 20th. St. Augustine at World Golf Renaissance and Palm Coast at the Holiday Inn Express. For more information, call Marshall at 609-781-6559 or go to estatesroadshow.com and follow Estates Roadshow on Facebook to see all upcoming events.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's team time, Farah doesn't flinch. Now, the Monahan's golden moment. Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach, your local family jewelers.
Big news today. Colin Morikawa out at the Players. Back tweak.
Good, Ben,
One hole.
Let this be a lesson to all those elite athletes that are going off today.
Yeah.
You know, be careful with the practice swing. I hate the practice swing to take you out. I mean, my God.
Oh, no.
That's what we're losing them to
wait.
now?
I just saw him tweak it. Oh, there it is. I saw the tweak.
Yeah, how bad does it look?
A little practice swing. He walked away. He's grabbing something lower back, lower right. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, there it is. Look at that guy.
I don't need to watch that. I'll go home and watch my 3-year-old. He can swing it 18 times.
Here you go, Catlin.
I mean, is it fair?
Ow!
I mean, do we not?
Ow!
Do we not
Walks
stretch?
away, grabs it.
Let me see. Let me look at this. This is about to make me sick, isn't it? Well, let me see this nonsense. Watch it. Oh, come on,
There it
bro.
is.
Are you kidding me? I mean, I couldn't sleep last night with a backache, Hick. Well, I was out here this morning at 6, though. Yes, I was.
He out.
Huh? A practice swing. We talking about practice.
He's trying to stretch it. He's bending over. He's out. He's done. So, Max Homa, by the way, eagle, birdie, double, par, bogey, even.
That's this golf course.
Wow.
You know, squirt one over the rough, buddy, and it's they're playing our game. There's no such thing as the easy up and down like you might get.
I'm
in
telling
some
you,
other situations.
People have lost their mind.
They should.
Colin.
Here's why this this is the other side, by the way, of this the intense sports gambling that has taken over the country.
Correct.
Right? Colin, you said he's the guy most bet on.
Most
They're going to be
bet.
furious.
Oh, they're angry.
And I get it. And I don't know, did we ever? I should have looked it up. I meant to look it up. What is the exact grading of that? You know, depending on where you played it.
Oh.
You know, I don't know. If you play a hole and you're on to the second hole, I mean, I you know, again, some of like the projection, you know, sites, the daily sites, like the underdogs or whatever, the prize picks and all that stuff. Yeah, they have protection. But when it comes to actually betting games, like player props I don't consider betting on golfers to be like a player prop. That's more like betting a side to win a game.
Yeah.
So now, of course, you know.
I hope Colin enjoyed his 2 weeks of not being hated by the entire golf community.
Yeah. Well, that's fair.
Oh, my God. Too funny. By the way, a day later, I just wanted to say this. I haven't mentioned this at all, and I'm going to stand by what I said. And I'm going to say I was 100% right, and I don't care what anybody says. The Bam, I was getting into it with my students. My students are young.
They love it. They think it's great.
NBA, blah, blah, blah. I said it's a disgrace. A disgrace.
This week,
The old man was chirping out. I said, this is one where I know more than you. I know that Michael Jordan was better than LeBron.
Yeah.
And I know that Bam Adebayo should not have the second most points in the game in the history of the NBA. It's terrible. And the way the game was played. Now, listen, it's not all Miami's fault. It's the NBA. It's the Wizards' fault. It's the Wizards' fault because they don't care. They're not even trying. You know, they're
right.
They're tank. They're
to the Wizards, and they were triple teaming him at the end. They did finally get tired of it. Once they started hackle Wizard, the Wizards were triple teaming.
I said 46 free throws.
Yeah,
46 free throws.
It wasn't organic at all, and that's fair.
No, but anyway, I stand by that. All my comments of disgust yesterday.
A little bit of my sports soul has been restored. It's back to health. My girl's back. Got a little CC action last night for the first time since July.
Caitlin
Clark, who apparently the girls accept her enough now that she's allowed to play on the U.S. national team. But she was hadn't played since July. She had a couple injuries last year. She was shut down. Team USA's getting ready for the World Cup or whatever. So she had like 19 points, 12 rebounds, 4 for 5 from 3, and off and on her way in season number 3. It feels like
there's no WNBA right now.
They're playing it's the U.S. Nationals. Who's she playing for?
Oh, okay.
The U.S. national team.
Okay.
So with all of the, I guess Asia's not playing in that. She was down there for Bam's big night, or maybe she practices and glams up and goes over, and that's a power couple. How'd you like to be a basketball prospect that emerges from that relationship, huh?
That'd be good.
Wow. You're gonna have
kid
size,
is gonna be a monster,
man, and you're gonna be skilled too. Now,
a lot of pressure on that kid, though.
Asia Wilson's probably is she the most skilled big person in women's hoop?
That's what I told the students. I said, Bam ain't even the best player in the relationship.
For real though,
Bam is a nice player. He's an all-star player. He was even he may have been on the national team.
I wonder,
but he's not a scorer. That's what's weird.
I'll give you a question there, Mr.
You bet. I can answer.
What were you, salutatorian?
I was valedictorian.
Valedictorian of Puerto Rico High School.
Class 28. Class 28.
Class 28.
I ain't put no asterisks. Yeah, we had 28 people in my graduating class.
Yeah,
correct.
All right, what did Bam's scoring average go from what to what after the 83-point game?
It wouldn't go up that much. They played 60 games,
Yeah.
he went.
What was he averaging, 14 a game?
He was averaging, I thought, 19.
Is it?
So 19, he's 7. He probably went up a point. Went up 1 point.
1 point?
Maybe 2.
Is that the math? I don't know.
Oh, you don't know? Well, he scored.
You're the numbers guy.
He's played all. He averages 19.
Went
he
up
scored
10 points a game.
He scored 70 over his average, and they over the course of 60 games. So it's probably went up a point and a half, maybe.
Is that what it did?
I do. The interesting stat when it comes to that is that you put together his 2 highest scoring games this year, 41 and 38, and they don't equal this one game.
You know why I love golf in this event?
Why?
Because we come out here 7 a.m. Tournament
6. Thanks for count.
What? Tournament didn't even start till 7:40.
Yeah.
42 was the tee time. By 9:42, in 2 hours, we had Max Homa going 3 under through his first 2. Now back to even. And Colin Morikawa withdrawing.
Yeah.
In 2 hours.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
I'll tell you what I noticed, and it's kind of indicative by what we've been talking about with the traffic patterns. And so it does make sense because I popped out to the restroom during the last break. It looks like Friday afternoon when it comes to the crowds.
Yeah.
It is packed out there.
Yeah.
And that's usually not the case Thursday morning early.
But I think we touched on the reason why. I think that's it.
Bad weather this afternoon. In fact, it wouldn't be I don't think the weather comes, that'll be it for the day. Not with, we got light till 7:30 now, but it is going to completely stop things because it's the thunderstorm variety. And it is a shame if that was your window. Some people ain't got a lot of, flexibility. Their window to get out and see the live golf was going to be Thursday afternoon. So, hopefully it'll hold off or blow the other way. I'm thinking strictly for more selfish reasons. I was supposed to play a really nice golf course this afternoon, and now it looks like that's going to get rained out. So
that's not good.
Yeah. And I'll let you know this. If I were on the first tee at this great golf course I was looking forward to play, and on my practice swing, I felt a little twinge in my back, I would put it in the ground and get going. I'd keep playing. Of course I would. Anybody I've ever known I played with who had a twinge in a practice swing, none of them ever grabbed their clubs and went home. Not a one of them.
Kyler Murray is meeting with the Vikings today. Most feel like that's where he's going to end up.
Does he end up the starter there? I don't know what Kyler Murray is. They could have a Baker bounce with him.
Absolutely end up
I'll
the starter.
I'll give you another one, and no one loves him, and it was lampooned.
No,
but
this is
Tua can also do that. Tua can get a Baker bounce. I think he can. I do. I want to better in a different.
The one good thing
scenario.
is he's inside.
Yeah,
plays half his games inside.
Yeah,
now. That's good for him.
You worry about Tua's mindset
and the injuries.
Yeah, well,
the concussions.
Sure. Yeah, but he's played. He
got through a year.
Yeah. Although Ewers played a little last year.
He got benched.
Oh, they benched him. That's right.
He got benched.
Oof.
So, but yes, those guys all have the potential for bounce. I wonder if now again, if you're Kyler Murray, you can pick and choose.
Yeah, I think
because it's $1.3 million is all you got to pay. Any team will pay him who doesn't have a quarterback. So you go to the Vikings, but do you wait a little bit just to see if Rodgers is not coming back
and go to Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
Shouldn't Kyler Murray and Aaron Rodgers have a training camp battle? Shouldn't Kyler Murray win that job?
They wouldn't sign him if
I were Pittsburgh or anyone else, and I had anybody interested in my quarterback position, if they're anywhere near as good as Aaron Rodgers, I would shoot that son of a gun to the moon.
Yeah.
I'm so tired of his nonsense.
That's fun.
If I'm a team, not as a fan, I could care less. But I can't do this every year, bro. You hold the whole.
Yeah.
And by the way, he's been terrible. You look at the analytics. You look at his overall numbers, and it doesn't offend you.
Terrible.
But then you look at the 28th out of 32 quarterbacks
by one metric.
Well, no, by more. I think that might be QBR. What's a pretty overall one, but by some metrics, his passes under 10 yards, it's just all phone.
Yeah.
The stats that he does have are kind of.
Let's take a break, make the turn for home. We're out at the stadium course and getting ready to hand it off to Jax today when we come back.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Live streaming from the XL Digital Studios. Brightened by Harbor Dental Care, Jacksonville's first choice for dental emergencies.
Welcome to Key Buick GMC, proudly family-owned and operated since 1943. Come see why they're North Florida's new and pre-owned truck center. Conveniently located on Southside and JTB, just minutes from the St. John's Town Center. At Key Buick GMC, every new vehicle comes with our lifetime powertrain warranty. Key Buick GMC, we are professional grade. Online at keybuickgmc.com. Lifetime powertrain warranty covers engine, transmission, drivetrain only. Exclusions apply. See dealer for details.
Hey, Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
Mike Dempsey. If you're thinking about a bathroom upgrade, maybe turning that old tub into a safer walk-in shower, check out 5 Star Bath Solutions. I shopped around, talked to several companies, and I chose 5 Star because their customer service was simply incredible. Responsive, honest, upfront about the entire project, and their pricing was even better than expected. When you're ready for a fresh look, better comfort, and a bathroom space you'll love using every day, schedule your free consultation at 5starbathsolutions.com and get the 5-star experience.
Did you know that an annual coating inspection can extend the life of your building by years? Catching early signs like hairline cracks, fading, and moisture intrusion helps prevent costly repairs down the road and keeps your property looking its best. Our team at Performance Painting helps you stay ahead of maintenance with professional inspections and long-lasting coating solutions. Protect your building, protect your budget. Go to performance-painting.com to schedule a free inspection. Performance Painting, repair, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting! Baloo here for Smoonez Vision. Why Smoonez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smoonez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smoonez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smoonez is fellowship-trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmoonezVision.com today. Here you can see.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
Drip, I can tell you something. I got drip for sale. I got drip for sale. I got drip for sale. I got drip for sale.
That was good.
That
was good.
Yeah, I would say. Yeah, hold on. Where are we at? What are we on?
I got drip for sale.
Hey, play.
Test. Go ahead. Give me a test.
Hello.
Yeah,
play Dempsey in.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody
you know
but
it, they speak, you know me.
Nimnik Chevrolet on
You know
Cassett
me.
Avenue
This day
and
is sports
Nimnik Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
Talked right over it. I'm
Good
sorry.
morning.
Play it again. I'm going to get in trouble for that. That's coming.
Oh, dear.
I did not mean to talk over your intro there.
Hello, Mike.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
Hey, one of the things we were talking about today,
Yes.
as you get ready for Jaguars today, so I want to ask you a football question. I'm of the ilk that this Rodriguez kid was brought in to compete for the starting job.
Look, I think they just look at it like, okay, he's here.
Yeah.
Tootin's here.
Yeah.
LaQuinn Allen's here. Why do we have to name a starter?
Right.
Right. I mean, De'Ami Brown got paid starter money.
Yeah.
How long did that last?
Oh, they're
Until
not
they figured
afraid-
out he
correct,
stunk.
correct.
Right? I mean, so.
To Hickens' point, I will say this, and we haven't said this yet. If you go back to this time last year and even into training camp, the thought was that Tank Bigsby was the starter and that Travis Etienne would be competing for that job.
Well, the thought was
And by
because every practice
That's what
he
I
was
mean.
the first man up.
Yeah,
I mean, they put that thought into effect.
Point being, Tootin could be that guy up until the beginning of the year and be the other one. So
or
vice
it could
versa.
be the opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely. I mean, I don't look at the money like this locks him into anything other
Correct.
than he'll be on the roster. It just now. I mean, are they going to draft a running back at all?
Yeah.
I don't know if they.
I don't know. They got
Why would?
4.
You got 4.
Yeah, you got 4.
You never really carry
and
5.
you can pick up a practice squad guy.
A lot of teams won't carry 4.
Right.
You know,
undrafted. How about undrafted free agent for the running back position? That you can find them there too.
Maybe it's not a great year for rookie running.
No,
backs.
it's not. You got a couple of young guys too. I mean, Allen and Tootin are second-year players, so
That's
it's
right.
not like you got to regenerate there and go get one next year, I suppose.
What do you think of Chris Rodriguez?
I mean, he's a hard runner,
Right.
And like I followed along through the lens of fantasy last year, and Jacoby Krosky-Merritt was supposed to be the thing, and every time I saw the Commanders play, Chris Rodriguez outperformed him.
Okay.
So there's that, and Liam Cohen's got the familiarity, had him in Kentucky for a year where he's a 1,300-yard rusher. He gets what's there and maybe a little bit more. He's a tough, hard-nosed, hit-the-hole kind of guy, not a dancer.
I got a couple of things on him. I like the fact that he's an ascending player. Half his career yards came in during last season when he also ran for 6 touchdowns. But the disqualifiers, I feel like Washington wanted him to be their starter last year. And Krosky-Merritt just kind of overtook him and became they felt like when they dealt Brian Robinson, was it?
Yeah, right.
That's not. Did they have another back on the roster?
Krosky-Merritt was the guy that was getting all the buzz in the offseason last year. So
he was, but he also played his way out of the rotation a little bit in the middle of the year.
He did, and that's when Rodriguez started to get more opportunities.
I wonder who was the starter on opening day for Washington. Not that it matters, but did Rodriguez run out there with the 12 or
I don't know.
Krosky-Merritt? You think?
I feel like they had somebody else.
Me too. Is there like they did the Eckler, and he got hurt. Austin Eckler.
Right. Yeah.
I'm not sure he started, but he was.
Sure it wasn't.
Probably did.
Rigo?
It was not John Riggins.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Yeah.
Him.
Just checking.
That was confident. He's still available.
Can I go back even further?
You go back as far as you want.
Larry Brown?
Larry Brown.
He was a good
former
running back.
Was that former Gator?
No.
Who am I thinking? Larry Smith.
Yeah.
That's a Gator running back, no?
What are you doing today?
You don't know
I
either.
don't know who
You
he's
don't
thinking
know.
about. I can't tell
Who
you.
played in the Spurrier in the Orange Bowl game?
We're going to follow. I'm assuming because they've already scheduled a James Gladstone press conference for this afternoon. That's probably not a whole lot more coming down the line.
Not a lot coming down the pike.
This may be our one signing. Maybe we'll get another one or two before, I think, 3:45 today. So we'll talk about Chris Rodriguez.
I would like you to do something during Jaguars today.
Okay.
I would like you and Tony to come up with today's buzzword from James Gladstone. Is there a new buzzword that we're going to get today?
I don't know. A new one?
Yeah. During your show, think about it. Come up with one. What is it going to be? What is going to be this year's James Gladstoneism?
That's tough. That'll be,
you never know with this guy.
Right. There could be millions of them.
Could be terrific.
And hitting that could be very difficult.
Next to impossible.
I feel like they're not the kind of team that holds anything back. Like when they see an opportunity to get a buzzword out there in the rookie season, they're like, we're not holding this back for next year. You don't know. The NFL's not for long. So I think they went ecosystem and intangibly rich.
You want to stay with those?
They went very strong with those for sure.
On the grass. He'll be excited to get him on the grass.
Yeah, but I want a new one.
Yeah.
Yeah, something brand new. I don't know. That's a good one.
The way we approached free agency this year was a little different than last year because
Yes.
Blank.
We are cash poor. Cash poor, maybe.
All right, we'll end with this and look forward to Jaguars today. Mike and Tony is coming up, but yeah, shame on you, Larry Smith, former All-American at the University of Florida, played with Spurrier in the 60s, went on to be a first-round draft pick and played for the Rams and Redskins.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's not Larry
Smith.
Brown, though.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I got the name wrong. Then I went Larry Smith.
What number was Larry Brown? Anybody?
Larry Smith,
42.
you mean?
I think he was 43. Damn it. But I'm not positive.
Well, who's Larry Brown?
The
I'm talking about Larry Smith.
I'm talking about Larry Brown, the running back for the Washington Redskins.
Wasn't there a Larry Brown who played for the Cowboys?
Is he the defensive back?
Yes, he was the was he?
He was the MVP.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, he was MVP of
Super
the
Bowl
Super Bowl,
MVP,
right?
yeah.
The Steelers.
And he got
year?
the big contract with
I'm
the
talking
Raiders.
about Larry Smith, also a Washington Redskins first round
And there
pick.
he is.
Is he still with us, that Larry Brown?
God, I don't
Yes.
know. 85, man.
Well,
says yes.
Coach Larry Brown is
Coach
what we've
Larry
gone to.
Brown, yes.
Yeah.
Which we could then off-spin into who's he coached for.
I feel like we did the best job we could of utterly confusing the audience before we say goodbye.
Wait.
So long, everybody.
By the way, Larry Brown averaged 9 points for the Denver Nuggets in 1971.
Wait,
bet he did.
Last thing about Larry Brown, the coach. The only coach to
to make the Hall of Fame in college and the pros.
Win championships.
Win championships at both.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Have a great show.
We'll see y'all tomorrow. Have fun.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Your home team's radio home.
To the 25, to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5.